The introduction, I don't see any difference between a samurai and a doggo because they are both very loyal creatures, as we are probably about to find out in just a moment here. But anyway, since this is about a 3.5 hour run, let's just get this show on the road in 3, 2, 1, go. So, a couple technicalities to, that we're gonna get right out of the way here is that we are going to be running this game on New Game Plus. And there are basically three main advantages that we have for running this game on New Game Plus over a New Game run. The first of which is, if you know the game, you might immediately notice that we skipped the whole prologue of the game. Like the first, about 40 minutes or so that you would have to trudge through during a normal speedrun are completely cut out. Because, it's mostly just story setup and stuff anyway, a lot of tutorials and whatnot, so it's nice that we just get to skip all of that and get right into the good bits of the game. And I gotta notice that the game is a little bit too loud, so let me just drop that down just a notch here, because I guess if people actually want to hear me talk. So, that is the first advantage. The second advantage that we have over running this on a New Game is that we can actually skip the cutscenes. And since this is a kind of story-driven game, there are a lot of cutscenes in this game, which amount to about 2.5 hours of game time, so to speak. So since we can just skip them, it's, another pretty substantial time save that we get.
Found me.
And of course, the third and probably biggest advantage that we have playing this on New Game Plus is actually the fact that since this is a New Game Plus run, we actually get to keep all of our equipment, all of our upgrades and whatnot from our previous playthroughs. So we basically start this run with, end game equipment, so to speak. And that makes this, quite a bit faster all in all, because if you're gonna make a fresh speedrun of this game on a fresh save file, it will take you about 7 hours, give or take, and New Game Plus cuts this down to about 50% of that runtime.
Take a breath, because then I'll know.
Alright, audio is good? Good. So then we can start the run here. Now, for those of you who don't know the game's story, basically the setup is, and this is, kind of historically accurate, that the Mongols actually invaded the island of Tsushima and murdered all the samurai. Which, of course, you would see if we were to play the prologue, but we don't. And everybody dies, except Jin. He is basically the last samurai alive on the island, and actually his uncle, who is the lord of said island. And thus, the first goal for us in Act 1 is to, go ahead, recruit some allies, and try to free his uncle. So that is exactly what we are going to set out here to do.
There's a spot up ahead.
Now, the woman following us here is Yuna. She's actually the person who nursed Jin back to health after, his defeat at Komoda Beach. She is a thief, and she is about to teach Jin some very hard life lessons, because, you can't fight an overwhelming force with just your honor and facing them head-on in battle here.
We'll find a safe approach. Scale the
so we are going to scout out this little Mongol camp here, because we're actually on the lookout for Yuna's brother, Taka, who is a blacksmith, and she very much would like to have her brother back. And so, being the honorable person that we are happy to oblige by that. So let's see how that will actually play out here.
Let's move.
Taka. He's been
So
through.
we'll just run up to this little camp. Nice thing, speedrunning wise, as long as you just run over there, everything is pretty much perfect, because you have to wait for them to finish that dialogue anyway, so, a few little mistakes here and there won't cost you a run or anything, because you can actually definitely make it over here before they are finished with their dialogue. So, not a lot to hurry.
Any way we can.
Through here.
And in just about a moment, we are gonna have a nice little flashback of Jin here. Because this is the first time that Jin basically murders somebody in cold blood, from behind, like an assassin, like a ninja, like a stealth dude. And this basically goes against everything that Jin has learned all of his life, and sends him in a little bit of a shock. So we are in this backflash sequence with our uncle, and the game expects you to actually follow this path to hunt a bear in this kind of S shape. However, as speedrunners, you know that following an S shape is basically just long and slow, so we just like to cut straight across that, go a little bit off the beaten path to find this bear in the mist right around here. Gotta be a little bit careful about Lord Shimura and his pathing here, so he doesn't get hung up on the bear, as that will, lose you a little bit of time if he actually goes to the right of the bear. So you want to try and stay a lot to the left side of that. The cutscene skip, and we are back in the present. And now for basically the speedrunner's favorite technique, the Japanese roly-poly ghost. I really don't think this needs any sort of explanation.
There, prisoner.
You saw what I did there, right? Right? Well,
It's not
maybe I'll explain it a little bit, but just be prepared that this is something that you will kind of see a lot of.
Let's get to the river.
Probably.
We'll be safe there. Are you with the Straw Hat Ronin? I was.
So we rescued the person that is held prisoner at the camp, and it isn't Taka. However, it is a Straw Hat Ronin who tells us that, hey, there are other Straw Hat Ronin, which are basically mercenaries, out there somewhere on this island who may be able to help us fight back against these Mongols. So, let's just go ahead and file this information back in our head for later usage over here.
Don't know him, but a lot of prisoners move through here.
And that is basically the end of the very first quest of the game. Now do keep in mind that you have a little bit of a leeway how you tackle these quests, as the game doesn't have a straight path with its quests. You basically can choose more or less in which order you want to tackle those. However, speedrunning wise, there definitely is a certain advantage over doing the quests in a certain order, because it actually matters where the quest ends. Like, you will finish a quest at a different location than where you started generally, and it just matters how you quickly can get from quest to quest, or basically from quest end point to another quest starting point. And that is how we routed out, the main quest of this game. So now we are on our way over to Sensei Ishikawa, who is, this archery teacher, who actually should have joined us during the battle at Komodo Beach, but for some personal reasons, as we are about to find out, he didn't. So let's see what that was all about. Now on the way, we will go ahead and grab this survivors camp that you will see in just a second here, and we will use that as a sort of fast travel point after we are finished with the sensei's business. So there you can kind of already make out his dojo. We will approach it from the backside. And then, well, that was a little bit too far of a jump, but we'll just smash down his door and say hello to him. And there he is, in all of his bearded glory. Now, one thing to note here is that I will jump alongside him, because there are a lot of sections in this game where the game actually slows down your movement. However, it doesn't slow down your jumping speed, so you will probably see me jump during a lot of, forced moving sections with the NPCs. This is another point where we abuse the Japanese roly-poly ghost like that, to quickly murder all these people here, or maybe also kill them a little bit. Anybody left standing? You are. Hello and bye. And that is that fight. And I should probably go ahead and explain the roly-poly ghost now. So basically, what we do there is, as long as you start rolling outside of the detection range of an enemy, before these white bars appear on your screen telling you that the enemy is about to spot you, as long as you are outside of that range and start rolling, and just never stop rolling, the enemies will actually never see you. Now, we're not exactly sure how or why that works. We are probably thinking at this point in time that the game basically preserves your detection status, so to speak, while you are still rolling, and a little bit at the start and at the end of a roll, and that is why that works. But, you can't look at the game's code, so we don't actually know. But that is the best assumption that we have at this point. But what that allows us to do is we can basically skip all of the sneaking sections in the game, which, you know, gives us another slight, well, it's not even a slight speed boost, it's a pretty big speed boost actually. But, you know, long explanation, short story, you will see me rolling quite a lot during this game.
Better you didn't. You lost enough there.
Why did the samurai fail?
The Mongols fought.
So anyway, as it turns out, Sensei Ishikawa is actually looking for his missing pupil, Tomoe, and we basically just found her camp. She was probably surprised and captured by the Mongols, so we will now go to the nearest fort and try to rescue her. On the way there, Sensei Ishikawa is giving us a bow and teaching us how to use it, because, you know, he is an archery teacher.
One further down the road.
So let's make him proud.
Not bad. Let's see if you can hit the one furthest away.
I can.
How does it feel?
Can I keep the bow now, please?
It wasn't. So take good care of it. Let's go.
Thank you. Alright, now that we know how to use a bow, let's not use it a lot. Because it's actually one of the tools, or one of the many side weapons, so to speak, that you get during the game, but you will actually not see me use a lot of them, because as speedrunners we have a very clear preference of what we are gonna use, or what we are using, which you will see me do once this quest is over and we actually have a means to go ahead and buy a few things. But, you know, for now, we are stuck with what we have.
Survey the battlefield. What can we use to our advantage?
Hornet nests. One shot could stir them up.
Now, another thing to keep in mind that we actually do here is, since we have the possibility to rear endgame equipment, we are going to be abusing the ghost armor that I'm actually wearing at the moment quite a bit during this game. Because the nice thing about it is the game has this terror status effect. And what terror actually does is it has a chance to make an enemy instantly drop his weapon and flee the battle. And as soon as an enemy does that, he basically counts as defeated. And since I normally have to go ahead and defeat every single enemy during a quest, you can already see how that can save a bit of time, as I do not actually have to fight those. No explosive arrows, no fire arrows. The game is very mean to me today. And then, of course, with the ghost armor, every time we kill an enemy, we have a chance to terrify another enemy, basically making it a 2-for-1 deal. And then we equip some charms, which are basically, you know, passive bonuses to our armor, to increase that chance even more. And that is how we can clear these fights pretty quickly. However, it also means that we are, you know, in the hands of the RNG. As we can't get that chance up to 100%, we can get it up to about 90% at best. So that is just, you know, the way all of this is gonna play out here. Oh, come on, dude. Why are you all standing in my way? Well, that was actually quite okay. Okay, somebody's still alive. Who you are still? Okay, he was the only one who didn't want to run. Everybody else left the battle as soon as possible, and now we will just restart the checkpoint to make Sensei Ishikawa immediately spawn down here, so we can advance this quest a little bit quicker than we normally would, because normally you would have to wait for him to actually come and walk up to this place. But now he's already there, so we can go on looking for Tomoe.
Someone's personal quarters.
A woman's kimono.
Tomoe's kimono.
The Mongols freed her. Why? A scroll. Archery terms with Mongolian translations. Your name is mentioned.
She was teaching them my way of the bow.
We're just gonna have a look around this camp here.
These arrows are Japanese.
They're Tomoe's arrows.
You are sure?
I taught her to make the knock with deer horn, and that curve with the eagle feathers.
So the Mongols took her weapons?
The shots are tightly clustered. No Mongol shoots Japanese arrows with such skill.
Huh. Then they allowed her to use a bow.
So let's go over to this poor dude.
A survivor.
Help
Please. It's so cold.
We're looking for a woman. I've seen enough. Let's go.
Alright, and as it has become probably painstakingly clear by, watching these few lines that the two of them said to each other, Tomoe has now switched sides and is teaching the Mongols Ishikawa's way of the bow. Oh no!
What are you hiding?
And basically never mind, because, we're only here to do the main story quests. We're not here to do any side missions and all of... Well, the whole Tomoe business is basically one big side quest, and we're not gonna do that. We just don't have the time. So, yeah. Sorry, Sensei, we are not gonna go look for your missing pupil. And,
Prepare to hunt Tomoe.
put her on the right path again or anything. No. Don't have time for that. Yeah, got an island to save, we gotta save my uncle. And since we've helped him once, he will probably help us, right? So we don't have to help him? That is how this works? That is how friendships works, right? You help one person once, and they just have to help you for the rest of their lives. That's a good friendship. So now that we have secured Ishikawa's loyalty, so to speak, we will go to this camp here, and I actually have to do this little shopping trip.
I work metal.
Because the game was mean to me and actually didn't give me any explosives, which is very, very mean of it. Also, I need to sell my linen to actually have more money.
I can do a lot.
And now this is basically the part of the run where things start to get interesting and pretty much explosive, as if you've paid close attention. I bought a bunch of black powder bombs and some explosive arrows. So what basically this speedrun is all about is, channeling your inner Michael Bay and just let loose hell on the whole of Tsushima Island and the Mongols. Because as it turns out, bombs are pretty good at scaring away enemies, and if you remember what I just told you about the terror effect in this game and what the ghost armor does, yeah, you can kind of start seeing how all of these effects are gonna compound back onto each other. And that is how we are gonna clear all of these fights pretty quickly. Just throw bombs. Don't question it, it's a martial art. It works. We are happy with that. It's fast. And that is what we like as speedrunners. So for our next quest, we will make our way over to the Adachi estate. The Adachis being another friendly samurai clan. Now sadly, Lord Adachi has been, of course, killed at Komoda Beach. However, the family is probably still alive and may be able to help us out. So let's see if that holds true. Which actually gives me a little bit of time to try and read chat if I can move my windows around a little bit, because this writing section should be pretty clear. Hey, there we go. Ah, I can see some ghosties there. Hello guys. How are you? Yeah, it's definitely not a one-sided relationship between the sensei and Jin. Absolutely not. I mean, we helped him, right? That should be enough. It should absolutely be enough. There's absolutely no further assistance from our side needed to make that relationship work. All fine. So this is the Adachi estate.
Should be here. Lady Masako, warriors of Clan Adachi.
Kinda empty though.
Anyone here? Kill him!
Except for
Where's Lady
these
Masako?
bandits
Who are these men?
who have taken over the residence for whatever reason. And what you just saw me do there is the Dance of Wrath. Now, the Dance of Wrath is a special technique that you can unlock during one of the game's many side quests. And, of course, I can use it because I am, once again, playing this game on New Game Plus. If you were playing a From Refresh save file, you, of course, wouldn't have that here because you would only get it during Act 2 or later. And what it does is you spend 3 of your resolve points, resolve being these little yellow golden orbs in the lower left corner. And by spending 3 of those, you get 3 high-powered strikes in succession. And, those just make very quick work of all these bandits. And it's fast. We like going fast. So let's go even faster by getting back on the horse and following this trail right back down where we initially came from, which is just genius game design, I suppose. Because those horses definitely weren't there just a minute ago when I passed this bridge. Just saying, you know.
Dead for days.
Just saying. Anyway, this is Lady Masako. She is actually the last surviving member of Clan Adachi. As, you know, the rest of her family has been murdered by a surprise attack of assassins. And now she is a little bit angry about that. So, yeah, you know, old woman be cranky and stuff. So her questline, of course, revolves all around trying to uncover the mystery behind the assassins of her family. But once again, even for her, it's just enough if we just do a little bit of uncovering the truth, and after that, just leaving her alone. Because, boy howdy, is she a cranky and bloodshed-driven woman. I mean, for good reason, but, you know, you can take everything to extremes, I guess, and she takes it to a whole nother level of extreme.
Come.
But we will see that in just a little bit here.
Sorry you did this alone.
As we are about to go to the Golden Temple to have a look around.
They will pay for what they did.
Every moment the killers walk free brings me shame.
You can't blame yourself.
But it is my duty to punish them for it.
Also, a shout out to the voice actors for Lady Masako, because I think she really does a phenomenal job of, you know, portraying the, well, heavy conscience of being the last surviving member of her family here.
You'll have to
And still, you know, bringing across all of the hatred and revenge-drivenness that exhibits Lady Masako here. You can just feel by these few voice lines that she uttered that she really wants those people dead. And she will go to lengths to do exactly that.
Are you Sogen? I am.
Laura and Tom, yes. Thank you for the reminder, because I actually forgot the name for a second there. I'm bad with names, I'm sorry.
Thank you for your time. Of course.
So anyway, we just talked to a monk for no other reason than Lady Masako telling us to do exactly that.
permit me to refine your
I guess this will have no further repercussions at all. Also, we'll be picking up a samurai armor here. This is probably the first real armor that you get during the game if you play it casually. However, since it's basically a pretty, you know, defense-driven armor, so to speak, we're not gonna wear that ever during a speedrun, because you wanna go fast, so you need offense, right? Defense isn't gonna help with that.
It fits well.
So back to the ghost armor we go.
We need to move.
Look, I'm doing the best I can with names, okay? Okay? I can't remember the main characters' names in this game. That should count for something.
Prove his guilt.
No. But it
Don't call me out on my spotty memory.
Sogen arrived from Kamiagata at the beginning of what?
Or maybe do, I don't know.
Plot to destroy my clan took precision, planning.
And a war to cover the treachery.
Where is that monk?
Anyway, as Masako just said,
Hurry.
she suspects Sogen to be in cahoots with the assassins, so let's see where he actually leads us.
We can get down here.
Because, you know, by telling him that Lady Masako is still alive, we kind of spooked him. So now we are supposed to follow him to his hideout.
We can't be seen.
Now, I use the word follow pretty loosely here, because he will always take the same exact path to his hideout every time. So once you've done this once, you exactly know where he will go. Which is why we will actually not really follow him, but we will rather stay in front of him. So let's just see where he is. And as you can already see by these various countdowns that started to tick down, we actually have to stay in a certain range to him. Because once this countdown reaches 0, we basically failed the mission and have to reload the checkpoint. That of course is pretty slow, so we don't want to do that. So
Did he see us?
let's try and stay to a certain range here. Now of course we can lead on a little bit.
He's getting away.
There's the countdown again. Now we kind of want Sogen to go to this rock here, next to the tree. So let's wait for him to get there. That should be enough. And now we can just run like hell to the next quest objective, because as long as we make it there, before the timer runs out, the quest will actually progress normally. So let's see if we can do that. Okay, we did it. Nice. And now, enjoy this cutscene with Sogen totally having a conversation with these bandits, even though he is still miles behind us.
Keep your voice down.
Those
So yeah, Sogen pretty much is a telepath, or telepathically
Challenge me.
talented, something like that, I guess. So anyway, bandits bad, bandits gonna be dead. And just a few sword strikes here. And this is the first time that you will actually see me use bombs and the effect that they can have. Or explosive arrows. Or this again. And that's the bandits.
Let's go.
And now we will confront Sogen.
Nowhere to
Hello there, Sogen. How are you?
You destroyed Clan Other.
Of course, we are skipping all of the cutscenes, so we actually will never see what happens here. But basically, Sogen talks mad shit about, Masako's family. Masako gets a little bit angry about that and just murders him in cold blood. And that is why I like to call her, instead of Lady Masako, Lady Massacre. And I hope this name is finally starting to stick around the community now. Because I invented it and I liked it. And yeah, that concludes basically the setup for Lady Masako's questline. Once again, we will not continue her questline any further than this. But again, we don't even need to, because once again, while she is a little bit cranky, Lady Masako is also a very loyal person, so she will just help us out for the rest of the game regardless anyways. And with that out of the way, let's take a nice and long horse ride through the beautiful island of Tsushima. Because, by God, is it beautiful, even though I've played this game for about the 100th time now or so.
They know every secret on this island.
Still not getting enough of its vistas, as are a lot of other people, because if you just look at the amount of people still taking screenshots of this game, it's phenomenal. Like, they really crafted something really beautiful here. So I guess let's just enjoy the scenery for a moment, you know. Let's have a little bit of a calm before the storm, so to speak. Well, you know, if I were to summarize everything that happens in life, I would probably be the #1 newscaster ever. If I were to do that for everything and everyone. But sadly my time is limited, so it's probably not gonna happen. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Who knows? But yeah, we are making our way to Azamo Bay. Now, Azamo Bay is where supposedly Yuna's brother is being held. You know, Taka, the guy we were looking for in the very first quest together with Yuna. So, yeah, let's see if he's actually there this time. And not just another fake out or whatever. Along the way, we will grab a bamboo strike as a fast travel option. We are not going to actually complete this bamboo strike. If you were to complete it, you would be able to increase your resolve. But, you know, it's a New Game Plus run. We already have max resolve, so there's absolutely no reason for us to do that. But since the game actually resets your game progress, meaning that we lose access to all of the fast travel points and stuff like that, we actually do have to grab those still during the speedrun. While also making our way, you know, around all of these patrols happening, and now these are random encounters on the map. You can be a little bit unlucky and get quite a lot of them that are actually in your way, like I did just there, so I had to go around them just a little bit, which, you know, will cost me a second or two here or there. But, you know, just gotta suck up the RNG at this point. You would watch the news if I was the anchor. Alright, noted. Stuff is happening, deal with it. That's your newscast for today, tomorrow, and probably the rest of your life. Yeah. Mic drop, news end. I think that would get very boring very fast. Yeah, chaotic neutral newscaster.
Centuries ago, the warrior Tadayori saved Azamo Bay.
A chaotic newscaster, if you get my drift, and I'm not meaning nudes with an, you know, UD. I mean it with a EUT. Today shit happened, tomorrow shit will happen. Yeah, probably. I mean, it's basically that, isn't it? Anyway, we just made our way alongside one of these Mongol camps. You could liberate those if you were inclined to do so during a casual playthrough, but once again, speedrun, so not going to. Instead, we will enter this house, which is Kenji's house. Now, Kenji is probably the comic relief character of the main cast. He is a sake brewer slash smuggler trader, I want to say. Yeah, he trades stuff, even though it is mostly other stuff. He trades for, yet again, other people's stuff. But he has a way to smuggle us into Azamo Bay, because that thing is actually heavily guarded. So we will have this sake card along with us. And let's see if I can get that. Because, funny thing here, once again, we need to get to a certain point of the road while in range of our allies here. However, if I just skirt around this edge, Kenji will be very insistent about a few people fighting back. No, it's really, really important to him.
A few people fought back. The ones left alive are prisoners.
As you probably heard.
Slaves.
So what's basically happening here is, for whatever reason, if you skirt around the edge of the boundary to your allies, Kenji will always repeat this one sentence or any sentence in his dialogue. It won't happen for either Jin or Yuna, it only happens for Kenji in this instant. And it's, you know, a little bit of a funny thing to do, if you do it correctly. Because he's very insistent that people are fighting back. He really wants Jin to know that, you know, there is still hope. People are fighting back, man. Just, you know, keep on with their quest. Try to help the island and stuff.
Just a little farther.
It's a very sweet and hopeful message, you know.
Is that what Taka's going through?
Your brother's a skilled blacksmith. They won't treat him like that.
You don't know that.
Also, yes, we definitely do not have time to open doors, so you will just smash them all down. All of them. Every single door on the island of Tsushima.
Getting close. Quiet.
Damn it, Lotta guys, the people fought back. Yes, and you were not there to help them, and that is why they lost. Probably. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Under circumstances. But yeah, this is Azamo Bay. As you can see, it is guarded by about 6 Mongols. 7. Okay, it's 8. So, maybe 2 bombs. And we would be actually done here. But, gotta play by the game rules, I guess. Not like I could totally take those guys.
Somebody must have pissed off the Mongols. They burned.
And yes, I do know we sneak in here so the Mongols don't actually go ahead and slaughter the hostages. I get that. It's just that, you know, we just could have come into this fort from the other side and be at the hostages in the blink of an eye.
I'll meet you at the crossroads behind
Just saying.
We need a vantage point to scout ahead.
Anyway, very important. Don't assassinate the guy. Because if you do, bad things will happen. As we actually have to be a little bit sneaky here.
He's in charge.
and investigate this Mongol slaver.
Business like their horses.
He might lead us to Taka.
Follow him.
Now let's see if he will actually move. He does. Yes, he is a nice slave trader. He actually didn't get stuck, because the problem here is actually, if you dilly-dally around just a little bit, getting from the cart up to the rooftop and basically inspect the slave trader quote-unquote too late, he will more or less infinitely make his rounds among these 3 slaves you just saw. And he will just not continue on, and you actually have to restart from a checkpoint to do and try that again, and hopefully he will move on then. It's a bit of a pain, especially since it is a time loss that is kinda out of your control, but it didn't happen, so I'm glad it didn't, so we can just go ahead and continue on and yeah, follow this guy around all ninja-like from the rooftops, because apparently the Mongols probably only can see on an XY axis. They never learn to look up. Just like that one bird in Avatar, I suppose. But I guess that is a story for another day. Headshot! Headshot! Did I say this game is brutal? I think I haven't actually said that this game is actually quite brutal. This game is actually quite brutal. You know, people die here. A lot. So we'll wait here just a little bit before we make the jump to the next rooftop, as if we do that a little bit too soon, the slaver will actually hear us and turn around and look up for just a second or so, which, you know, is time loss that we don't need. But, you know, Jin actually wastes a little bit with his armor on and all that stuff. But then again, if we just do this, this guy does not hear that. He is just that deaf. Apparently. I mean, I don't know. But I think you should be able to hear that, shouldn't you? I think you should. Anyway, let's have a listen to this very important conversation.
What is problem?
Your blacksmith, Taka. His work is shoddy. I think he's sabotaging you.
I know it. Taka's here.
He is only
Right, so Taka definitely is here this time.
I'm a blacksmith. And a much
And you know, the fastest way across a market full of Mongols
but be ready
is obviously to just go ahead
Taka.
and roll through it, right? I mean, that is what any sensible person would do. You know, you're not allowed to get seen, so just roll through. Now we wait for Jin to tell us that the market is full of Mongols, even though we already rolled all the way through it. Reload the checkpoint, which makes it so that the slaver actually spawns where we just rolled to, which saves us having to wait for him to get, you know, all around the market here. And then we can just quickly follow him to his destination. And there's Taka! Hooray! We actually freed him this time, apparently.
Bitnik work.
Please. I need to rest.
It's Taka.
It is Taka indeed.
There's a gate nearby.
So we saved him,
That's where we break
but
out.
we still have the slight issue of actually getting out of his armor bay. So let's go ahead and do that real fast.
They found the slaver.
They'll kill us. We need to hide.
Climb those trees.
And one of the other things that the game actually doesn't tell you about at first is that Jin has an invisible stamina bar. Now you can't actually just run around forever. After a while, Jin will be out of breath, as you can see by him dropping his head. However, if you just take a moment to do a quick sidestep or roll, he will actually regain all of his stamina. So whenever you see Jin dropping his head, just, you know, press the circle button once, and that will basically immediately refill all of his stamina bar. So you can, in fact, run indefinitely. Speed strats! Gotta love them. So yeah, we rescued Taka. We are now on our way to a spot that we agreed upon with Kenji to get our horses. So we can actually go ahead and escape from the Mongols. So let's go ahead and see if we can do that.
horses.
Made
They're
it.
coming for us. Get in the tall grass and stay down.
Nah, we just wait till right in the open. Nothing bad's gonna happen, right?
You made it!
Were you followed?
No, but we can't go back to my place. It's crawling with Mongols. We should...
Mongols.
We have to put some distance between us and Azamo Bay.
The Mongols there, guys. Mongols. So this is another one of these walkie-talkie sections where the game deliberately slows down your movement speed, so the characters can have that conversation here. However, you know, programmers forgot to slow down your jumping movement, so now we will just go ahead and jump up this mountain here really quickly.
I can
You know,
help with one of
we all
those.
have monkey after all. Or full monkey in this case.
You've been quiet.
Monkey doing monkey business. Monkeying around. Just a little bit. In mine, it's funny, right?
My lord, I am grateful. But how do you know Kenji and my sister?
I owe Yuna my life.
And as you can see, we made it here way before the conversation is actually finished. Now we actually have to wait for them to get off the horse. Or their horses,
I'm
rather.
not built for riding all night.
Go over to this
Come on,
tree here,
just over that.
and we are done with this quest.
They have a fort.
So, now that we have secured Sensei Ishikawa's trust, Lady Masako, and now Yuna and her brother, well, what else could be left for allies to be gathered? Well, quite easy. The Strawhead Ronin. Because if you can remember from the very first quest where we rescued this one Strawhead Ronin from the little Mongol camp, he actually told us that there are some Strawhead Ronins in the Kishi grasslands. So, you know, let's see if we can find them. Because while we already have some great allies, we are still lacking in numbers. So let's see if we can you know, change that. So once again, having a quick ride through these beautiful grasslands here. Gathering a few things along the way.
Too much smoke for a campfire.
But maybe it is a campfire. On a tree. Burning trees can be campfires, right? Nobody said they couldn't. At least as far as I'm aware.
But there had to be more than one Mongol.
And Detective Jin cleverly deduces that there are probably other Mongols around here somewhere, so, you know, let's have a look for those. Maybe they are in this forest here, where the horses are coming from running.
Trying to get away from his
With this very obvious hat lying on the ground. Luckily for us, this hat belongs to Ryuzo, a lifelong friend of Jin. So let's fight these Mongols together! Woo! Teamwork! So getting the first few Mongols out of the way during the standoff. Quickly making our way over to the archer, which should terrify all the other guys. And then shooting an explosive arrow at the hornet's nest to get rid of the reinforcements arriving. Well, maybe not all of them. Why are you people not running? Didn't you get the memo? Normally a few more of them actually run away. But these people seem to be having a bit of a fighting spirit in them, which is actually bad for me because it loses me time. God damn you. But, you know, pretty good fight so far. It's just that it was really slow because I think none of the reinforcements actually ran away. Which I have never seen happen before, so chalk that one up to, well, that has never happened before, I suppose.
2 summers ago, Lord Nagao's tournament.
I looked for you.
And now Ryuzo will actually lead us back to his camp, where the other Ronins are hiding out.
Seemed like fun.
Why didn't you tell me you were at Komoda?
You were busy with the other samurai.
So let's have a bit of a chat.
I was sharing a drink with my men.
I could have used a drink before that battle.
Yeah, I'll bet.
So we will just go ahead and let Ryuzo do the peasant work here, looking at the card, while we, the lord that we are, stay on our horse and survey the battlefield. Well, not the battlefield, but the situation.
Samurai!
The battlefield is a situation, but this isn't the battlefield, this is just a situation.
Was this your wagon?
Yeah.
Now the benefit from that is, because we skipped the cutscene, we actually stay on the horse, and Ryuzo is immediately back on his horse as well.
He'll grant you anything
So that, you know, saves us a little bit of time, because if we had actually dismounted before that cutscene and talked to the peasant while we are on foot, if we skip the cutscene, we would be on foot as well. So we would have to go back, would have to mount our horse, Ryuzo would have to mount his horse, and that would just take way too much time. We like to stay on the horse because it's fast, and that is why we stay on the horse and talk to that peasant.
How did you do it?
I convinced them nobody can save us but ourselves.
That's true.
I used to think so, but it's starting to feel like a lie.
So this is another point where the game actually slows you down.
By half, but still enough to
So
call
we
ourselves a
will
small
just
army.
dismount,
Why?
leave the horse behind, and just monkey up this path once more.
You think they're hoarding food there? Easy, Shinzo. It's me. You have an idea?
The beginning of one.
Trying to stand the correct spot, so the cutscene immediately starts. Perfect. Jin didn't have to shuffle around like any inch even. It was perfect placement.
This is my old... Come with me, Jin. We should have talked about your idea before.
Now we are trying to raise Ryuzo to his resting spot as the leader of the
It's fine.
Straw Hats, and we made it before him.
You ride with the straw hats.
We are the Lord Ryuzo, we go in first.
Spare set of armor should fit.
It better not have lice.
Never letting me forget that, are you? Spare armor's in the chest.
And that takes care of the first part of Ryuzo's questline. Now, if you've been listening to the conversation, you actually know that Ryuzo's men are starving, and they are trying to find some food, and Jin believes that the Mongols took some food to a nearby fort. So let's go ahead and have a look there, if they actually do have food there. Because, you know, you can't have our allies go hungry. No, no, no. Also, this isn't our horse. This horse right here is our horse, but we don't care. Horse is horse, so, yeah. Also getting hung up on the tiniest tree you have ever seen. I think my mighty beast should be able to, you know, rush down that little tree that I just got hung up on at full gallop. Apparently not. Now this is a very unlucky patrol spawn because I have to go wide around them. But it can happen, you just have to suck it up. Actually, I'm really unlucky with patrol spawns so far. Like, they've basically been at every point where they are really inopportune for me. Oh well. It is what it is. Also, I haven't got a single kunai. Awesome.
Should be in the cemetery.
Wow. I am really unlucky with the drops this time. Holy crap. Now do keep in mind it is random
You ready to steal
if
some food
enemies
for us?
have drops and what they drop. And you are basically getting the worst drops on lethal difficulty. Now the game is actually programmed is that on easy
Come on.
you get the most drops and the quality of the drops is the highest, so to speak. So if you were to get a supply drop, you would get way more supplies on easy than you would get on lethal. And then with each difficulty, it basically gets worse. So you really have the worst luck to get drops
That's not
and the worst quality of drops
tower from
themselves on lethal difficulty. Which is why I didn't get a single fire or explosive arrow at the start of Fort Nitodake, where we were trying to quote-unquote rescue Tomoe. If you were playing on easy, you would get probably a lot of fire and explosive arrows. Kill that dude. Keep climbing. Destroy the alarm system.
Need to signal the others. You'll see.
And then we're gonna have a little fight here together with our Stride allies.
It's time, Ryuzo. Shinzo.
So let's see how this plays out.
This is for Komoda Beach.
Kill them all!
Now once again, all of this is pretty much RNG. You know, if the enemies leave, if they don't. Oh, that actually is the last dude. Okay.
That's the last of them.
The NPCs are actually quite helpful this time, which is unusual.
Let's get your...
Was just a little bit unlucky that I was just basically running around the battlefield like a headless chicken trying to find the last enemy to fight, which the NPCs then actually took care of themselves, but oh well.
On the beach. We could steal
Not
one,
too shabby actually.
but we'd have to cut through their army.
Too many barriers.
But at this point, you're basically at the mercy of the RNG,
I want my men
seeing, you know, which enemies run away in fear, which stay behind, and you just have to really quickly adjust to the situation
The Mongols will focus
and deal with it accordingly.
on the boat.
Now, once again, we are trying to come up with a very clever plan how we are going to get a boat to go out to the ships, which are in the harbor. Or not in the harbor, out of sea,
All right, men.
out at sea. Because we suspect that the Mongols actually took all the food to those ships, so we want to get onto them to, you know, get the food.
Watching you fight back there reminded me of Lord Nagao's tournaments.
And we have this very elaborate plan to do just that, but at the end, what we're gonna do,
Men should be in
well,
position. Light the torch.
this is all pretty much useless, I want to say. Because, I mean, it is nice, you know, that we have all this explosion and fire arrows raining down and whatnot. But what we can just do here is just run right through this whole fight here, get to the boat, drop a smoke bomb, and take said boat, and that is basically it. There is really no subtlety involved here.
Your men distracted the ship's crew too.
Because as it turns out, a smoke bomb will completely remove Jin from combat, because you normally use that to disorient the enemies, so you could go ahead and assassinate them again, and you can only assassinate an enemy when it's out of
You should
combat.
have told me earlier.
And during the speedrun, we abused that a couple times to basically go ahead and trigger some events that you normally would not be able to trigger while you are in combat. But since a smoke bomb is basically a get out of combat card, well, I guess you can kind of see where this goes.
No way around. Surprise them.
Anyway, we will wait for Ryuzo to open the gate. Count to 3. 1, 2, 3. And then throw the bomb to kill off all the Mongols here. Oh, are you shitting me? Could you guys please stop not getting terrified?
More Mongols. Take them.
Anyway, let's wait for the reinforcements to come over here. Throw one good bomb. People are not leaving today. Actually starting to be a little bit annoying. But yeah, bombs, terror, they work. I don't know why the samurai don't use that more often. Oh, come on, Jin. Jin. Thank you.
What's in here?
So we will just grab these wall plants.
Battle plans. Better go find Ryuzo.
Battle plans. Some kind of plan. Somebody has a plan, right? And then we will leave. And this is actually a new strategy. I hope I get it right. We will open the doors here. And then actually poison this dude. And that will immediately get rid of him. And that is, of course, faster than actually having to fight them. You know, just use poison. We actually found a use for the blow dart, or the blowgun in this game. Or rather, in the speedrun. It's a pretty good weapon in the game, just wasn't that useful during a speedrun yet. Because the thing is, normally when you use the blowgun, you get another flashback scene with Lord Shimura, where he tells you, you know, to face your opponents openly and with honor. However, that cutscene by using the blowgun actually only ever happens after you get the blowgun in-game, which means during the Ghosts from the Past quest. So you're basically free to use the blowgun until that point in the game. So, you will actually see me poison some enemies now. Well, it's actually not true, because we actually have a plan. It's just a matter of will the plan work, you know? At least we try to have a plan. Somewhat. It's just like it is always, you know, that no plan survives contact with reality. That makes us sad. Anyway, we have secured the Strawhead Ronin. Now we will make our way over to Komatsu Forge. Sorry, I was about to say Komoda Beach, which would be terribly wrong. Because as the name implies, Komatsu Forge has a forge, which Taka needs to actually conjure up something that will help us infiltrate Castle Kaneda, where our uncle is being held prisoner. So let's go ahead and liberate this village. By, of course, murdering all the Mongols. Thank you for that, Yuna. So what happened there was, I did a chain assassination. However, Yuna killed the only other target that I would have been able to chain assassinate, and that is why I was stuck in the slow motion animation thing there. Which loses me time, so thank you for helping me.
How many survivors are left?
And just in case you guys didn't understand that, that was sarcasm.
Not worth much in a fight.
You killed all these men by yourself? Good work.
I've had some practice.
Can you get more arrows?
Used ones. Stuck in buildings. And bodies.
They'll have to do.
I was out here leading villagers to safety. One of them got trapped over here by the Mongols. She's
I'll grab this woman.
Is it safe? The Mongols are gone for now. We're going to the forge. It'll be safer with us.
Is the forge working?
Yes.
And then we'll make our way over to the forge.
Smoke will give us away. Show the Mongols where to find us.
We can use it to lure them in. Force a fight at a location we control.
So this is the mission where the game decides to have hostage scenarios. So the Mongols are actually taking hostages now. Which means we have to kinda be sneaky about the whole thing. You know, because once we alert one enemy, the other enemies will rush to kill off the hostages, which we cannot have because we want to save them all. So let's see how we can handle this. We can handle this one with a fire arrow in the butt. And just assassinate this dude. And then we go ahead and save Yukio, Yukio being the assistant to Taka, and Taka obviously cannot smith anything without his assistant. However, the assistant is missing his wife, so now we actually have to go and save his wife. After telling him to go down this ladder, while we jump out of the window.
Hide.
Kill this dude.
Don't look at it. Look at me.
Jump down. Explosive arrows some more dudes. See, he learned his lesson.
Thank you.
And there is Yukio's wife.
Yukio sent me.
So now with all of these people rescued, let's go back to the forge. And then we will finally be done. Right? Right?
I thought I lost you.
Right?
That man fought like an animal or a demon.
Keep quiet.
Maybe not.
We're going to the forge.
But yeah, we have to
Stay
be
close.
extra careful here. Because we actually have all these NPCs following us. And once we would get into a fight, we wouldn't be able to get out of that fight because of the NPCs. So we really want to try to avoid every confrontation here. And we made it! As Kenji would say. But now Yuna is missing.
He saved us, Taka. Thank you, my lord.
Because the noble soul that she is in the thief's clothing, she went ahead, tried to rescue another family. So now we have to go and see what's wrong there, because she hasn't returned yet. So let's go ahead and do that. So there she is, which means the family is on the other side of this river. So let's quickly kill... I said quickly. Kill these people.
The rest of your people.
They've gone. Please, let us go.
Deal with the rest. Then I'll go.
Why didn't you run away yet? And yes, like I said, we will smash down every single door. We will leave no door standing. Just to make,
Everyone stay close
entrance
to
and
me.
exit a little bit quicker. But yeah, now we have saved the last few people, so it is finally time to make our stand at Komatsu Forge. The actual Komatsu Forge, that is.
It's a long story.
Once again, we are accompanied by NPCs, so we will just make our way over there without any fight along the way, hopefully. Now, the fight at Komatsu Forge is a wave-based affair, with the Mongols attacking in multiple waves of reinforcements. However, they are all predetermined.
Yuna! Thanks.
So let's see if we can actually make this work here.
Light the forge, Taka.
What?
So we'll start off with a black powder bomb throw into the first few enemies. This should take care of all of them, and then Yuna will take care of the rest, so we can position ourselves over here to wait for these two sword-wielding enemies to come down. And we'll light our sword, immediately strike them down, so they will flee in fear. Now we have to get back into the forge, because that is where the next few enemies will spawn, while not getting absolutely murdered by these fucking dogs. God damn it. Because this enemy will spawn here. If I could just hit them. Okay. That should mean that another enemy just fled. No, Yuna's still fighting him. But once these two are dead, this spear-wielding dude will show up. So we will kill him. Which means now archers will spawn on two sides of the forge. So we will just go over there, shooting explosive arrows at the first few of them, which will kill them. Kill the guys over here. Or let Yuna do that, whatever. Now more enemies will spawn over here, which we can just take care of with a nicely placed black powder bomb throw. And now the last few enemies will actually spawn. And I don't mean the dogs. Seriously, why are there so many dogs here? Now the last few enemies should spawn. There they come. But where is the commander? There he is. So we will just go ahead and poison that dude. And that should take care of the rest, and we are done. Took a little bit longer than I would have liked, but all in all, not too shabby of a fight, I would say. And that takes care of Hammer and Forge. And yes, we will try to reach Castle Canada in the north once it is winter.
Can't free my uncle until Taka
Something like
finishes
that.
what he's working on.
I guess. Maybe. Eventually. I mean, it's in the
I
north.
should see if Yuna
It has to be cold, right? Because it's Canada. I guess. Imagine if Castle Canada would be in Kamiagata. That would be, like, totally meta.
Taka's sweating over the job you gave him. He doesn't want to let you down.
Let's see how it's coming along.
Anyway, now that Taka has had enough time to actually smear up something for us, let's see how he's been doing. And oh
Since
my
these
god,
Scar and
these
Lady Muscle
drops
Galaxy
are
still alive,
just brutal.
dealing with their own struggles, but when it's
I
time,
am
they never
not
come to
getting
help.
anything
An archer.
out of anything I pick up.
This way.
Okay, so apparently I was too fast for Yuna. Now I have to get back and catch her. God damn you, Yuna.
That's why I hired the Straw Hat Ronin.
Yeah, that can happen sometimes with the NPCs if you're just too fast for them
Sounds like you have all the
and they
help
fall
you need.
behind. You have to go back and catch them. So really, you know, being faster than the
I'll get it. Go see Taka.
NPCs can be a little bit tricky.
I just finished it.
Because if you're just too fast, well, you end up being slower actually.
An iron hook.
So you want to go fast, but not too fast.
Do you need a swordsmith, my lord?
Jin! Jin Sakai! Anyone see the samurai?
So anyway, as it turns out, Ryuzo has more problems because he still wasn't able to procure any food. Quite the opposite, actually. Trying to procure some food actually got some of his men captured. So once again, he falls back on his old buddy, Jin, meaning us, to go and help him.
How were your men
So
captured?
let's
Remember that
go
map?
and help him because we are just such a good
One
dude.
showing Mongol supply lines. Did you
Getting a
find
little
food?
bit more backstory between the two here.
Very well guarded food.
Too many guards for your best men?
And yes, this is another walkie-talkie section, so once again, lots of jumping.
Myself.
And you're sure the men are alive?
I heard them singing last
And it is actually possible to go so fast with the jumping that you leave Ryuzo behind and have to go back and catch him.
Singers? Might be more
So,
pleasant
you know.
than mercenary work.
Do jump, do go fast, just don't do it too fast.
Only option after our tour.
Because apparently, people on horseback are not as fast as Jin jumping.
I invited
That's again for a while.
You came at me like I was your mortal enemy. Almost broke my arm.
I'm sorry. It was my first tournament. I got swept up in the excitement.
So we actually have to go to the left here, which of course would be faster if we could just cut across this grassland here. However, we have Ryuzo and Tao. We can't get away too far from him, because otherwise, you know, we would leave him behind as we did Yuna just now. And that would lose time, so we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna stay on the path that the game wants us to
I
be.
would have hired you.
Because no one else would? No. I needed to prove myself.
I wish you told me this earlier.
Actually, that horse spawn was just perfect.
Someone in Komatsu called you the ghost. The Lord Sakai.
It was really convenient.
What's wrong? Afraid I'll get more famous than you?
Famouser! Hello there, Rendezvous! Welcome to the party! So yeah, we are just gonna go and meet up with all of these Ronin over there and have a little bit of a chat before we can go ahead and save the rest of them.
Where's Hiro and Shinzo?
Again. Kinda.
And they're not coming back.
Cowards!
This is another one of those points where you have to wait for your ally to do his thing, because Ryuzo will mount his horse, turn around to quote-unquote face you, although I'm already over here, and then he will turn around once more. And once he has completely turned around, you can actually start riding. Because otherwise, again, he would go too fast and he would actually have to go back to go and get him. So that would waste time. Don't do that. Unless, of course, you like wasting time, but what's the point?
Fort Yatate. That's where the bastards are holding my men.
So up there
What's your
are
rescue
our
plan?
other Straw Hat friends. Let's see how we can go ahead and rescue those. Only we had something to climb the sheer cliffs leading up to Fort Yatate. Yatate? Yatate?
I'll climb up. Go
Yo,
over.
Tate, what to do?
Are you half monkey?
It's Yatate.
I have something to help me. I'll free your men. Once they're with me, I'll set off one of the alarms.
Luckily, we got this iron hook from Taka. You know,
I knew
it's
you'd
like
have a plan.
Taka is clairvoyant or something,
I'll find a way up the cliff on
knowing
this
that
side.
we would need this iron hook to climb up here. Or the cliff sides in just a moment. So this mission is basically a big tutorial on how to use the iron hook in the game. which is actually a pretty nice tool. Not gonna lie.
Can't jump that gap.
So, you know, let's play a bit of Indiana Jones or something for a bit here. Swinging from one point to the next, growling to others. Doing all the things only a Japanese Spider-Man can. I mean, come on. This is basically Spider-Man, isn't it?
Should be able to swing.
Swing over here. Roll to cross the distance. Swing there. Hopefully get the upper one. Okay. Swing there. Swing up here. And just go through the motions. Well, if Jim would actually grab this rock, that is.
Taka, I owe you.
Oh yeah, wasn't that like a special version of the Japanese Spider-Man? Like, he was way different than the American one. If I remember correctly.
Those men,
Yeah.
they really are singing.
Wasn't able to line up that shot at first, but it worked out. And once again, we are supposed to, you know, rescue all of the Straw-Hat Ronin around here, but we are also supposed to murder all these Mongols, so let's try to combine these two things to the best of our abilities.
He sent me. I knew he wouldn't leave us. Glad you're all right. Well, how? Get ready to fight.
Yeah, they're already all leaving. Poisoned their leader, so you don't have to fight him. And that should be everybody. Ah, you're still here. You were still here.
Get Ryuzo in here.
Okay. And yes, we're finally getting some kunai here, and what's coming up is probably my favorite bomb throw in the whole game. So, you know, we are going to sandwich the Mongols between us here, as Ryuzo will now come in from the front gate. So we will just wait for all these Mongols to form a nice big mosh pit.
Fight for your freedom!
And then just throw this one bomb. I think we missed a few of them. Not too shabby.
I knew you wouldn't forget us.
But yeah, that was about, I don't know, 20 dead Mongols with one bomb throw. You know, killing 20 birds with one stone throw is pretty good, I would say. It's like just a really big barbecue, you know.
All right,
I mean, I really have no idea how Ryuzo's men can still be hungry after this barbecue, man. Like, really. Like, what is even wrong there? Alright, but with all of these things now secured, it is time for actually the last quest in Act 1. We have all the allies we need, we have all the tools that we need, so let's go ahead and rescue our uncle. I mean, you know, he has been waiting for a bit more than an hour already.
Welcome back.
Can't keep him waiting forever. Cannibal Straw Hat sounds a bit like a, I don't know, black metal band. A Japanese one, of course. I think I would at least go to one of their concerts, just for the heck of it. I mean, you know, judging by the name, I don't know if I could or even would return for a second one, but maybe. Depends on their appetite, I guess.
Lord Sakai, what are you talking about? Nonsense. Have a drink.
Oh jeez, not a single explosive error. That makes me sad. The game is stingy, my god. So I guess we have to improvise a little bit here.
It's time.
So let's see if we can do that.
Good speech. You sure this will work?
It has to.
Looks like you can climb up here.
Catch up to the others. I'll see you inside.
Be careful, Jin.
Just gonna make our way over here. Not going for the shortcut, just gonna go the normal way here.
I won't fail you again, Uncle.
And then we make our way into the castle.
The alarm. Better take down the guards.
Actually, you only have to assassinate one of these guys because the second one will always flee. At least I have never seen the second guy not flee.
There's a siege weapon up ahead. Last time they turned it on Yuna and me.
This time, we'll take it.
We need to clear the courtyard. Quietly or head on.
So, let's clear this courtyard. Yeah, I think I'm more for the head-on strategy here. If you were to ask me. Because, you know, bombs are loud, you can't just go ahead and put a silencer on them, I think. And that was everybody. Nice.
Can you operate the Hwacha?
Nice and quick. And once again, for the next encounter, we will just let bombs do the talking.
Jin, the gate's guarded.
So we'll just go over there. Throw the bomb way over there. While we assassinate this guy, everybody over here will go up in flames. And we are cleared this way.
All had friends who were healthy.
Again,
Those men were
bombs.
starving.
They
We may
work.
turn against him.
They make your life easier. They are fantastic.
Gate's locked.
Hold the bridge. I'll find another way over.
A leap of faith down the bridge. That's not really a leap of faith, but you get the idea. And then we place Spot, the Mongol leader, over there. Pressing the wrong buttons. Ah, come on, really? God damn it. Oh well. Is what it is.
There you are.
Quiet. More guards ahead.
This is a bit of a problem, actually. Because I'm severely limited on resources. Oh. I didn't see you.
Help me!
And apparently Yuna didn't either. Why can't I... I couldn't switch my stance because the menu just wouldn't let me. Awesome. Okay, let's try this again. At least the leader is more in the open now, and of course I don't have any of my blow darts anymore because they don't get back.
There you are.
Quiet. More guards ahead.
Guess we have to do this kind of the old-fashioned way. Gotta love the fact that an assassination puts out your fire on the sword, because you actually sheathe your sword during the assassination attempt. So this is now all kinds of wrong. Okay, this is getting a little bit stupid now. Because I actually need some resolve just coming up after this one fight.
There you are.
Quiet. More guys.
So chalk this one up to, well, this never happened before, I suppose.
Then Negumben.
At least the game let me change my stance now, which is already a huge improvement. Could some of you guys actually run away in terror? Is that a possibility? Thank you. But yeah, as you can see, it is really just, you know, RNG if these guys run or not. Okay, that was slightly better, I suppose.
Yuna, hold this area.
But anyway, we will actually go ahead and change our outfit here for just a moment, because as you may have noticed, Ryuzo isn't with us, and surprise, he betrayed us. I hope this isn't a spoiler for any of you, because, you know, Ryuzo kinda looks like a bad guy. Don't even try to sugarcoat that.
I'll make it quick.
The problem I have here is that I apparently don't have enough resolve to use another Dance of Wrath during the third phase, so I actually have to fight him normally now. Ryuzo, why? Oh well. Not too bad, still a bit of a time loss. Because normally you can't just use 3 Dances of Wrath back to back and completely own that duel. Yeah. Finish that duel. God, I hate these archers with every bit of my being. Anyway, moving on. You know, I'm just trying to show you guys how hard this game actually can be if you don't do it the... Really, Jin? If you don't do it the correct way. I really like that Jin thought that that guy, obviously crawling on the ground, trying to get away from him, is a more important target than the guy blowing the horn trying to go for reinforcements. Like, that is like spot-on priority solving there, Jin. Obviously it's not, but apparently it is to him. Maybe he really just likes the sound of that horn, and who am I to judge? I don't know. Or maybe Jin thinks, you know, this is way too easy, I need more enemies to fight. Also a possibility. This is just way too easy, you know, give me all of the Mongols at the same time. Which, incidentally enough, would make it easier for the speedrun because, you know, when you have more enemies in combat, there is the potential to fear more enemies at once as well. Which, yes, that would make it actually easier for us.
Uncle, I'm coming.
So that is really thoughtful of you, Jin. Sadly, it doesn't work. And there's our uncle. Woo! And look how happy he looks.
Come, Jin. We will clear the invaders from the northern courtyard. Lord Sakai will pull them to us. I'm with you, my lord.
So a few more Mongols, a few more bomb throws, and we will have finished Act 1 pretty soon. Basically, it's just one bomb throw away.
For the fallen warriors of Tsushima, ladies of battle, let no one retreat.
And that's it. That was Act 1. So basically 1/3 of the game done. Woo! Yes, we have saved Uncle. Now it is time to actually go ahead and retake, well, the island of Tsushima. You know, we have all the allies we need. We have rescued our uncle. He is the lord of the whole of Tsushima, so fighting chance, maybe? mean, that is why we rescued him, right? So yeah, we are having a short reprieve here in Castle Canada now.
Do you still want to leave?
Forming some battle plans and whatnot.
Nothing left for me here.
I could use your help in the fight ahead.
You have your uncle, Jin. You don't need me.
I need every ally I can trust.
True.
Good luck with your uncle.
So let's see what Uncle has to say after all this time that we haven't seen him. Oh yeah, he says nothing because he's got the cutscene.
We ride within the hour.
Well, I guess he speaks a little bit after the cutscene. Never mind me.
I'm honored to assist.
But yeah, the nice thing is that now we will actually be able to go ahead and go to one of these guys and stock up on ammunition before every quest, which will make the rest of this game quite a bit easier. Because now we will always have bombs, we will always have explosive arrows, and everything else that we need to make this run go a little bit faster. Because this game is actually a little bit stingy with the merchants in the first act. However, starting with the second act here, it actually works out that we actually are able to go to a merchant before every mission. So, you know, they go fast, or even faster now. I gotta be a little bit aware of how Shimura moves here, so he doesn't get caught up on that ladder before he gets out of the gate. So you gotta be a little bit careful with your movement here. Because the NPCs, for whatever reason, really like to get caught up with some geometry if you wanna try and go too fast. So, you know, you gotta, what's the word? Be a little bit careful of that.
It takes more than a bloated
temper your speediness.
He learned our language, kept you
call
alive.
that?
What is he after?
He wanted me to aid his conquest of our mainland. Offered me wealth, power, wives.
I've never noticed this tree stump up there.
He thought you'd turn against your own people?
Huh.
For that insult alone, I will kill him.
I wonder where that leads now.
Tell me about this woman who saved your life.
I think I will have to go back there after this one and check that out, because I don't think I've ever been up there.
Said she's a thief.
This is on my mind map.
But she has a good heart.
Take care where you place your faith. You were friends with Yuzo too. The battles ahead will be difficult.
Now, Uncle, low-key throwing shade at us for being friends with the Yuzo the whole of our life.
And Yunus.
Long ago, chaos ruled this island. It was the samurai who brought order.
What if I don't want to be friends with you anymore, Uncle?
We must show our people.
What about that?
Honorable samurai still fight for this land. It is time you return home and reclaim.
But yeah, this is another long walkie-talkie section until we get out of this grove here. So now we can call our horse.
My father died.
The past cannot hurt you, Jin.
But can try. And now we can continue on here. Let's hope I actually hit with these explosive arrows in just a second.
You smell that?
Burning wood and...
Because hot damn can my aim be off.
They raided farms to the south. But never like this.
This is the Khan's revenge for my escape. We must save any farm left standing. Without them, we won't survive the winter.
I'll see it done.
So we gotta hit this patrol right over there.
Mongol patrol ahead!
Run them down!
How about we shoot them down? That definitely was not a hit. Come on, dude, just leave the battlefield, please.
Mongols! I saw them in Castle Canada.
Yeah.
They're the Khan's wolves, sent north to ravage our people.
Always could have been a little bit better, but I'll take it. At least, you know, Shimura immediately went back to his horse and hadn't to go to... I don't know where to reclaim that, because that can definitely happen, as it is random where his horse runs to. And he always has to go and get it back. And that can go wrong. Jim, please. Interesting fact about this gate. as long as it is not completely open, you cannot enter this gate. So you actually have to wait for these archers to completely open it before you go inside. Or, you know, you're basically stuck outside forever. And that would be bad. For various reasons. Various obvious reasons.
Calling for help! Silence them!
This is... okay, it still worked out. Normally all these enemies are still around this explosive barrel that I just shot, which means you can take care of them a little bit easier. But at least the commander was still there, which was good. Oh, come on. Where do you come from? And where... what? Well, I have no idea what that attack animation was, but it definitely was not in the direction of this enemy that I was trying to face. Oh well.
Yuna, what's she doing here?
A warband's right behind me. They have explosives.
Question is, will they come up the slope, or will they get... No, they will actually come up. Okay. Hello.
Cut them down! Kill them all!
Yeah, I think that...
No sign
Where
of
did that guy come from? Well, at least Shimo took care of him. But seriously, where did that guy come from? I did not see that guy.
You're ready to fight?
I absolutely did not. Oh well. We handle it, so let's go light a lighthouse. Light a lighthouse?
I'm glad you came, Yuna.
Light a house?
Effective distraction.
Is lighting a lighthouse the same as lighting a house?
We need more warriors like you following us into battle.
You
I mean,
may
can
have
you-
trouble finding them,
I think it's not.
unless
Is
you
it?
broaden your horizons.
Can it be?
We have
Lighting a house just sounds wrong.
Speak your mind, then leave us to it.
But lighting a lighthouse?
You're
It's just something that you just do, right? Anyway. We drove out the Mongols out of Fort Ito, so let's show our power and our might by putting fire into this lighthouse.
It's time we send out a message.
And then we will meet our favorite NPC, Jin's best friend ever, the warrior monk Norio, voiced by the wonderful Earl T. Kim, who will actually join us for commentary once we are done with this run, for the Legends portion of the Ghost of Tsushima block here.
a warrior monk. He wants to speak with
So, you know, there he is,
I'll find
giving you a little bit of the glimpse of what Earl did in this game. Maybe not, because we skipped the cutscene.
This is where they held us.
We can listen to him go on a bit here.
I promised it holds double that.
Walk with me, Norio. I want to show you something. You rode from Toyotama. What was it like?
And you know,
Koji Temple
you
was
can
spared.
remember everything that we had to do for Sensei Ishikawa and Lady Masako and Ryu's on the first act, right? To get them as allies. Well, what we just did is all we need to do to get Norio on our side for life. And we will even just call for our horse and abandon him while he is still talking to us. But Norio is just such a good guy, he doesn't mind.
See you again in
You know,
Aeshmah.
he just sees Jin and things like, this is my friend now, and he will never leave. He's like that clingy. He's that attached to Jin. It's like, you know, BFFs at first sight, man. That is how friendships are formed. You just gotta look into their eyes once. That's all that it takes. Yeah, Norio is definitely a bestie. I mean, if Norio isn't, then who is? Everybody else makes us to work for their friendship. You know. Earn their trust or whatever. Help them with their problems. Not Norio, though. Norio is cool, whatever. He's just glad to be able to tag along, I guess. Kind of feels like Norio is, you know, the little child hanging around the teenagers who are about to do cool stuff. Now I can't shake that thought anymore. Oh god. I mean, do we tell Earl this in about 2 hours?
No sign of any other ones.
Should we tell Earl this? I don't think we should tell Earl this. Anyway, Act 2. Now that we have rescued Uncle Shimura, it is time that we rescue Castle Shimura, because apparently this is now the main headquarters of the Mongol forces, and we want to drive them out. But for that, once again, we need my allies. So we will now head over to the prefecture of Yarikawa, where actually Lord Shimura has put down a rebellion a couple years back. So, you know, the people there are not exactly seeing eye to eye with us, which might lead to some problems. But I guess we just have to try and smooth talk things over. Hey, it's another, you know, longer-ish ride over there. So, enjoy the scenery while I try not get lost in all these bushes. Because I definitely have never gotten lost in all these bushes. Definitely never, ever. Because nothing here looks alike. It's all different. Don't get fooled. Every single bush you see here has been handcrafted to perfection to look nothing alike the other. It's astonishing how much work went into these bushes to not look alike. Totally not. Actually found my way. I am amazed by myself. But yeah, Yarikawa is basically just over the crest of the hill there. So, let's have another main quest. Oh, and just in case you didn't know, Yarikawa is actually the quote-unquote hometown of both Yuna and Taka, so it's a little coming home for them. Homecoming, not a coming home. It's a homecoming. God damn it. Words.
They'll kill us on sight.
We got you out of Asmo Bay.
And I almost died.
Jin, you made it.
I did indeed.
It's strange being back after so many years. Everywhere I look brings back memories.
And try not to look so hard.
Were you here when the Yarikawa rebellion broke out?
No, we left years earlier, when we were children.
Did your parents move you?
Something like that.
That doesn't sound good.
Poots, newts, and toots.
They're heading for town.
Let them pass.
The holy trifecta.
They're clear. This way.
I don't want
Do
to
newts poot though?
Worse.
but this was
That is the question.
Sooner or later, everyone has to return home and confront their past.
our home.
Surrounded.
And is nuding just pooting with their mouth? That is the even
I
bigger
don't
mystery.
see how we can make it to the river.
We'll find a way. Could take the fight to the Mongols. Draw them off.
Please, no.
Taka's right. Seriously. The hidden entrance used to be over there, behind that white tree.
Let's hope the Mongols haven't found it. We just have to find a way through. Let's go.
I believe I'm risking my life.
All right.
Back to this
How best to get through a camp full of Mongols?
furnace passage off this island.
Well, easy. Just roll.
We're too young
Now
to
just gotta roll with it.
Rico was an ugly place for a girl without a hunter.
Just gotta roll with the punch suckers or something. I don't know.
I got us in trouble.
wasn't your fault.
Just be careful to not touch anybody, because if you actually touch a Mongol, they will notice you, and that will ruin the whole setup.
Keep going. Just follow Jin to the river.
Who used to catch dragonflies here?
Also, while they are having this talk here, I can actually
And the other was
fill up my glass of water.
Shimura samurai.
Nice breather.
Shimura always lost.
Interesting choice.
Under the waterfall.
And of course, the secret entrance into Yarikawa is behind the waterfall, because goddammit, where else would it be? So a bit of new tech has been found for this particular instance, because this is another walkie-talkie section. However, we will not jump anymore. Instead, we will use this.
What's the name of Lord Yarikawa's younger?
We'll just use Dance of Wrath over and over, switching with our bow to actually cancel the end animation of the Dance of Wrath, so we can get out of it faster.
I'll wait for you to continue.
And then we will climb up here
You three, follow.
and jump to face the Mongols to trigger the cutscene earlier, instead of having to wait for the conversation to finish. Which saves, I don't know, I think we timed it to about 10 seconds or so, all in all.
Let's go.
Which, you know, might not sound significant for a 3.5 hour run, but those 10-second time saves do really add up.
My uncle as much as he needs.
And you know, if you just start finding a bunch of them, well, that can be a minute. If you start finding even more, well, it can be 5 minutes. And all of a sudden you got a world record.
Easier said than done.
Ojima-san knows you're here.
You two go ahead.
But yeah, this is leader of Yarikawa. He's basically an ass. He doesn't want to help us because, you know, the Mongols will just lose interest in us and blah 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 blah. We don't need your help.
Let's find Taka.
We won't give you ours, so
You can be convinced.
F off.
Island's burning, and Yarikawa's next.
So we need another angle to tackle this problem here.
Taka used to visit
Obviously.
the swordsmith every day. If there was any leftover metal, he'd let my brother pretend to make swords.
So let's see what Taka found out.
The swordsmith remembered you?
Well, I go ahead and spill water all over my t-shirt, because apparently I'm bad at drinking. Thank God I don't have a camera. So anyway, next task is to find some missing Yarikawan archers. Because apparently the best archers of Yarikawa have gone missing, and we think that if we're able to find them, well, maybe then the people of Yarikawa may actually trust us. So it's worth a shot, I guess. You know, because they're archers. Worth a shot. Huh.
Remember the old
Funny!
man with 6 toes?
Yuna, what's he doing here?
So apparently these archers are somewhere around here, so let's have Detective Jin have a look at all of these dead bodies.
Pulled out to reuse them.
Sign of a skilled archer.
Yes, I'm funny, thank you.
Tracks. 3, 4 men.
Can you tell where they
Spread the word.
Find out.
We used to come here to catch crickets.
At least once a week.
Then we'd weave tiny bamboo cages for them.
Do you remember why we came here to catch crickets?
No?
To get you away from our mother. When she was angry and looking for someone to blame, the crickets kept you busy.
Imagine going out of your way to go and catch crickets to get out of parental abuse. Holy hot damn.
The tracks lead to this house.
Didn't the samurai live here?
All of a sudden, bear! Not the one from the Discord server, a real bear.
Have to be more
You know,
careful.
this one wasn't taking screenshots.
They've been sleeping here.
At least the bear didn't get them.
So this is apparently where the archers were holding up.
Hide to make adhesive.
So let's have a bit of a look around.
Jin! Taka! I found...
They stole the
Yeah,
Mongols'
you found
explosive
something, we get it.
barrels.
I like these archers.
Tracks here.
See, even Yuna likes explosives. That is why we have to go even more explosive than these archers. To win her favor. It's all starting to come together.
Heading up the hill toward that ridge.
They're staying low for a reason.
Yuna likes Michael Bay style characters, confirmed. So another bit of a speed check here. If you hold down on the right analog stick during this transition and just hammer down on the X button, you will trigger the next inspection point for this here, while Jin is actually still talking, and this will immediately override that conversation. So you actually save a few seconds here by doing that.
Bad idea to rush in.
This triggers another big fight here, so we will just lure these Mongols by firing at this explosive barrel. So they come a little bit faster to this big explosive wagon.
Destroy them!
And then we will just go fight a bunch of Mongols. This fight is a little bit harder than the ones we did previously, just because the spawns of the Mongols are more random. So we really have to go around the battlefield, surveying where they are coming from. Like this dude. And that was all of them.
Lord Sakai!
Good work, Daikoku.
Alright, and with that, we have brought back the archers to Yarikawa, and Ujimasa will now actually trust us, so we are now going to help each other fight off this Mongol siege outside of the village here. And this is probably the favorite quest of a lot of people, the one that's coming up, the Ghost of Yarikawa, because if you play it casually, it just has this really, you know, epic feel to it, with the people rallying behind Jin and the music that's going on, and it's this big siege attack at night.
I almost forgot.
It's pretty cinematic, gotta say.
Thank you, Taka.
Before we do that, let's grab a few more explosives, because of course we would do that. Also, don't forget the smoke bombs and more fire. You know, it's night. We need fire. We need to see. So there's Ujimasa. He wants to talk with us. Nope. You're an asshole. We just want to talk to you now. Now it's night. Mongols attack!
Yuna!
Jin! Yuna! The Mongols!
Let's go! How
Yeah,
close?
the Mongols. What else?
If they get through,
We'll stop them.
The ghost!
the ghost! Save us! Taka!
So everybody's
Everyone
running
who
into the
can't
keep.
fight, get them to the keep.
All the warriors go out to the gate.
Quickly!
They're at the gate!
And this is basically how you fight back a siege, right?
Stand your ground! Every Mongol who sets foot
You take your
inside our walls
explosive
will
arrows,
die. Don't let them
fire
pass
one
you.
explosive arrow,
Cut them down!
you wait,
Hold them off!
you fire your second explosive arrow, wait again, and then you fire your third explosive arrow, and that should take care of everybody. And then the second gate opens, and you throw a bomb. When you get in position, you throw a second bomb,
Keep them out of the city! Archers!
and then you throw a third bomb. And then you're done. Easy peasy. Now the Mongols have another trick up their sleeve. They actually bring in some siege equipment on top of the hill, these trebuchets.
Here, you, to yours.
So it's now our goal to dismantle those. So let's go ahead and do just that. Climbing up here. And remember what we did with the smoke bombs. We just drop one here, get out of combat, can now destroy the first trebuchet. Roll over the other, drop another smoke, do the same thing. And the Mongols are basically none the wiser because we all did it all sneaky like. So, see? They are just like, what the hell just happened? Also, I could have totally skipped this cutscene, but I forgot. So we're not just gonna watch it.
It'll be easy to get back to the stronghold.
And now that we have taken care of the siege equipment, we just need to go back into Yarikawa once more. So all the way that we left at the beginning, we will now go back in. Now technically, because I have more smoke bombs, I could run all this way instead of rolling.
That's the general.
All the way up to the gate and then just drop a smoke bomb to open that gate. Instead of doing this all sneaky like here. But this is a little bit more consistent. So I just prefer to do it this way. Because, you know, you have to wait a little bit in front of the gate before you are able to open it. And sometimes the smoke bomb doesn't last long enough for that to do it. So, yeah, it's just a little bit of safety here. Anyway, this is General Temugi. He's the head of the Mongol Armada here, who is laying siege to Yarikawa. So, let's get rid of him. Thankfully, we do have enough
and I have killed men like
resolve to do what we weren't able to do against Ryuzo. So this should be a pretty quick duel.
You have killed men in many countries, Temugi. But here, you die.
That's it. And now for some... Well, see for yourself.
Invaders! Look at your general! Run!
Did that guy just do a belly flop?
People of Yarikawa!
Did Temugi just belly flop?
Last man! Spare no one!
Yes, is that right?
Keep after them! No mercy!
I think I have to take a look at that recording again because I just think he did the belly flop while lying on the ground. Ooh!
Push them back!
Oh, look at that Congo line of Mongols just running along us here. Hey, dudes!
Cowards!
But this is actually a pretty epic scene if you play it casually, but yeah. Once you've done that about 30 times or so, you just start noticing the little funny details that kind of happen sometimes. It kind of ruins the mood a little bit. But yeah. Anyway, we have secured Yarikawa. They are now, well, our people, so to speak. They will fight for us. So, that's a job well done.
Yarikawa will join our fight, but I have other duties before we can retake Lord Shimura's castle.
So the next quest, Ghost from the Past, is the one quest that probably makes a lot of speedrunners pretty salty. Because, from our perspective, this is just a waste of time. Because what Ghost of the Past does is it gives you a lot of backstory for Jin, which is of course nice, but you know, we skip all the cutscenes anyway, so we're not getting any of that. Then we go back to our hometown to retrieve Jin's family armor, the Sakai armor, which we are actually wearing right now, so why the hell would we need to get it a second time? And we also get the blowgun, which we also already have. So, from a speedrunning perspective, there's just nothing in that quest that we actually need. But, you know, we have to do all the main story quests, so we just gotta go there and do it. Also, it's raining. Isn't that lovely? I mean, you know, normally this is a pretty nice looking environment, but with all the rain, I'm not seeing any of it! Imagine going on vacation on Tsushima Island and it's just raining. I guess that would be raining on somebody's parade. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'll be here all evening, people. Don't you worry. Also, on our way to Omi Village, we will just go ahead and grab Lord Shimura's camp as a fast travel option for later on, because that will save us a bunch of time not having to come back here on foot or on horseback, whatever you prefer. And since it's on way to Omi Village anyway, it just saves a bunch of time. Yes, we definitely need some kind of funny counter, I think. Then again, it's probably best that we don't have one, because I would have filled up the integer by now, I'm pretty sure. Even if it would be an unsigned one. Also, yes, that was an informatics joke, and I'm sorry for you if you don't get it. I'm not. Maybe a little. Eventually. After the run. Once you've understood what I even just said. Anyway, Serene Forest. One of the most beautiful areas in the game, I think. I mean, look at all these colors. All these differently colored trees and whatnot. It's just beautiful. And the waterfalls, and the bridge, and the lovely lake. And there's Omi Village, the place where Jin grew up. Like, holy damn. Kinda makes you want to go on vacation, doesn't it? Look, as long as one person laughs at my jokes, and that is at least me, it counts, okay? I don't need other people to laugh at my jokes to know that I'm funny. I don't have that amount of hubris.
Come this way. These old bones.
Also, greet Yuriko, the only NPC in the game that you cannot hurry along at all. This old lady will go at her own pace and at nobody else's pace. So enjoy a nice and long and slow walk up to the cemetery.
Lord Shimura.
Alive. The Mongols captured him at Komoda, but we freed him.
Oh, others survived. And they're helping you?
A few. Lady Masako.
Good. She's been fighting alongside the boys since she was knee-high.
You'll have to tell me more about that someday.
But it's just the two of you?
A few others.
Also, interesting fact, he walks faster on these rocks than on the actual stairs.
Does he still act like he's the only one who knows how to do things?
Half the time he's right, but his aim is unmatched.
He would certainly agree.
Also, look at this dude. I always forget his name. Taichi, okay.
I wish I could stay.
His only reason for being here is to pull the weeds. And he didn't do it. Like, this guy failed at the one task he was given in the whole game. Awesome, dude. Keep it up. Also, let's do some poetry. I mean, we got an island to save. I gotta be a little bit impatient about that. You know, people are dying out there. I can't just have Granny take the whole day to give me the things I need to fight back against an invasion. Like, what the hell?
I mourn my father. We used to meditate here.
We better not tell him that.
Now I am alone.
I mean, maybe he wasn't able to pull all the reeds at the Sakai estate because he had to pull all the weeds in Animal Crossing, you know?
Sora, come on!
Maybe he's actually neglecting his real-life duties because of video games. Not like anybody of us has ever done that, right? Nobody here ever neglected any real-life duty because of a video game. God forbid. Also, getting hung out on trees. So these doors are the bane of my life, because I don't know what is wrong with the targeting here, but it is wrong, and I hate it. Now this is where the game will actually teach you that the Sakai armor has a prolonged standoff, because you get more strikes in. But that is slow, so just smoke bomb and assassinate away. Because yes, this is faster.
Lord Sakai.
I mean, obviously it is, otherwise I wouldn't do it, right?
You said earlier you've been making poisons.
Keeps the vermin out of our rice.
Can you make it stronger? Enough to kill a man?
No one deserves that.
Can you do it?
The effects in larger doses are ugly.
Good.
Oh, my.
Also, hooray for poison!
Sit with me a moment.
So I actually want to switch out our armor here now. Because in order to make this blowgun, we need some reeds, which of course only grow in the next village over, which of course is under Mongol custody. Well, let's see if I can actually make this shot here. I can. Grab the reeds and leave. Because obviously we don't need to liberate the village, we only need to get those reeds. Pull the reeds and leave.
Jin, alone in the world.
Say, I know I've been talking a little bit of shit about Yuriko, but her questline is actually really well done. Like, once you're done with this quest, her side quest line opens up, and I think it is one of the most emotional pieces in the game. Like, a lot of people have gotten really attached to her, and it is just because of her portrayal during all of these side quests, you know, because she is a pretty old and sweet lady. She is drifting down into dementia, and that is just very well portrayed in the game. And also Jin's reaction to it all, like, you know, he doesn't try to correct her or anything. He's just basically there for her, and
it's nice to ride with you.
Tries to talk her through it in a way.
Shimura taught me to ride on that runt pony.
It's really well done. If you ever have a chance to play this game, definitely look forward to that questline.
Like you were the shogun himself.
But yeah, other than that, not a lot happening here. We're just following Yuriko to her little camp out in the woods, so we can gather those poisonous plants. Having a little chat along the way.
Oh no, little Jin.
I had more jumping.
What's so funny?
I just remembered it was out here you nearly killed your uncle.
What?
Imagine if Jin had killed his uncle here.
The poor man was trying to
When he was a small kid.
your wooden kodachi. You wanted to chase
Just
Madam.
imagine.
I know the story. My uncle's black eye took weeks to heal.
Lord Shimura and your father laughed so hard, I fear they'd both choke to death.
I don't remember my father's laugh.
He lost his humor after your mother got sick. But you have your father's laugh. Here we are.
A gozamat and a campfire. You sleep out here?
Only when I spend the day foraging for plants. I'll look for the flowers we need.
Rest, Yuriko.
Okay, let's gather some poisonous flowers.
Don't eat the seeds, they're poisonous.
I'm not a child, Yuriko.
Oh,
Easily identifiable because they are purple.
She arranged
And as we all know, stuff in games that is purple is poisonous, right?
That should be enough. Bring them to me, young master.
your plans.
Good.
Let's see if
And
this
now we get introduced to the blowgun. And yes, the effects are quite brutal. Like, that guy is not having a good time. Absolutely not.
Are you hurt, young master?
I mean, I guess unless you like vomiting up your own inner organs, but who is really into that kind of stuff? One problem taken care of before it even arises. Yeah, maybe. I mean, you know, just imagine if Jin would have been Jito right from the get-go.
What were they? Red?
How much easier that war against the Mongols would have been.
Petals.
You would have just given everybody the poison seeds and the blowguns and had them shoot at the Mongols at the beach, and that was that, I guess. Something like that. Anyway, now that we have reclaimed our family armor and gotten the poisonous darts and whatnot, it's only one main quest line in Act 2 left to do out of the initial 3, and that is Message in Fire, which tasks us with trying to deliver a message from Shimura to the Mongol on the mainland, begging for reinforcements of samurai to fight back against the Mongol invaders. So let's head over to Umugi Cove, which is a smuggler's den, and try to find a smuggler to actually get this message delivered, because obviously the Mongols have formed this sea barricade around the island that you can't just, you know, easily breach. So we need an expert seafarer to do exactly that. And who better to do it than a smuggler, right? Those guys know how to stay low. Even on a boat, I guess. I've just glimpsed Lanunjava talking about spice, so I better not read the rest of it. Because, oh lord, what will that entail? I mean, I guess that problem is quite easy to solve. Like, you know, fight for us, I will poison your asses. I mean, the Shogun doesn't even know what's happening on Tsushima until we deliver the message from this very quest to him, does he now? You know, just keep a low profile. Murder, poison just every invader that comes to your island. Then nobody will leave to tell the tale. Sounds like an easy fix to me, I don't know.
Halt, Ronin.
Well, they don't talk anymore once you've poisoned them and they've puked out the inner organs, I don't think.
This way, my lord.
Makes talking pretty hard, I would imagine. I mean, don't quote me on it, I haven't been poisoned in my life. It's not that I know.
Lord Sakai, this is Lady Sanjo.
Welcome to Umugi Cove.
I see that.
Hello there, lady.
Thank you.
Come see me
Goodbye,
again
lady.
sometime.
Nice talking to you.
We can help each other.
For all of, what was that? 3 seconds maybe? Something like that. And there he is, the best smuggler in the business,
You must be Goro.
who is perpetually drunk.
After
At least as far as the game
Kovacs,
portrays him.
I thought my debt to Lord Shimura was erased. That's why I was drinking.
I mean, also,
Celebrate
look at
your
that
escape.
swag walk that he's got there. Like, that is a man with confidence.
Died protecting men like me.
They swore to defend everyone on
Also,
Tsushima.
having a drink during the walk.
Goro.
I don't know if I can repay their sacrifice.
My master wouldn't ask for your help. If
He
you
probably
expect
needs
me
all
to
these
say.
drinks
This is
to have the energy to do this walk. I don't know.
Getting past that Mongol blockade won't be easy. Do you have Lord Shimura's message?
He has it. At his camp on the Akashima coast.
Ah, I can work with that. One of my boats is hidden near.
Alcohol has a poison.
This map shows where I'll wait on the forest road.
Well, can't refute that, I guess.
Open up, Goro! I didn't call for all.
What does that mean for the poison darts, though? Have they just been tipped in bad beer or something? Has the sake gone sour and been shot straight into your veins? Does that kill you? I mean, it could have. I don't know. I mean, there's a thing like alcohol poisoning for sure.
That's my sword.
Anyway, we have now told Goro where to meet us, so we will now head over to Lord Shimura to actually get the message and have the two meet, so they can exchange the message and send Goro on his way. Easy, right? No complications with that plan whatsoever. No, no, no. Anything in your veins is bad. Well, tell that to my blood cells. Duh. I think those belong there. Otherwise, I think I may have been doing something wrong the whole of my life.
At last, you have news.
Yes, Lord Shimura.
When have I ever been inundated with poison? What?
It is time. To your horses, men.
We are ready, my lord. Stay alert.
And keep watch.
Alright, let's hope that these two samurai wannabes actually keep up with us.
I can always tell when you want to ask me something. Out with it.
I'm curious how you
Because
met
it's not
Goro.
like I ever had to restart a checkpoint because of these two doofuses.
I burned his shop
Doofy?
and let him go.
Could
Doofusy?
have been flogged.
Is there a plural for
You saw a
doofus?
better path.
A skilled sailor can be a valuable asset.
The Mongols have many ships. Can Goro evade them all?
He has no choice.
What will we do if they catch us?
A
Do
few?
not fear death, Kotaro.
What the?
Live with courage. And never forget the people you fight to protect.
Lord Shimura!
Also, hey Goro!
Where is your boat?
This way.
Slow walkie-talkie,
I'm happy
so
you
let's
are
jump.
alive, my lord.
Thank you for agreeing to settle your debt.
I'll do my best. But I fear the Mongols will sink me
okay.
before I leave the coastline.
You gotta be really careful how these guys dismount their horses here, because they can get hung up on stuff.
Dismount.
Everybody coming?
Walk from here.
Everybody
Fort
coming?
Mitodake.
Yeah, okay,
My
they're all there.
father took
Good.
that stronghold from Clan Yarikawa.
Whew. Because if one of these NPCs is missing for this cutscene, it will actually not trigger and you have to wait for all of the NPCs to arrive here. And this has gone so horribly wrong during my last few attempts at this run that I am really anxious about it every time now.
Let's pray that holds true in the fort.
They outnumber
I mean,
us.
it's an easy fix by just reloading the checkpoint, but reloading the checkpoint, of course, you know, takes your time, and that makes it go slower, and blah 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 blah.
Then we strike.
Anyway, we now have to infiltrate this fort. They use the term infiltrate very lightly here. Because there are way too many guys looking at the sea for Goro to, you know, do what needs to do for us. So we gotta take care of things around here a little bit. by exploding a few more Mongols, as it were.
Well done.
Look at these two idiots not being able to close that quickly enough. So where's Dunkel?
The last of them.
That's coming.
Forward, through that gate.
I gotta wait for Shimura to come a little bit closer before we do that, because otherwise he can get stuck and actually will not open this gate.
You are a true warrior.
Thank you, Uncle.
Remain alert.
Archers, take cover!
And obviously we cannot open this gate unless Uncle does it.
We need the Mongol ships to focus here, not on
So, yeah, gotta wait for Dunkel to come here and open the door for us, because we are too dummy to do it ourselves. Oh, come on, Jin, why didn't you grab the goddamn roof?
We have their full attention now.
Also, I will have you guys know, I love dogs. You know, we have 2 dogs of our own. They are the most beautiful and caring creatures and whatnot. But I will go on record to say that I absolutely hate these little shitty Mongolian ankle biters with every fiber of my being. Like, they are the worst. The worst enemies in this game. Like, holy cow. And there are so many of them here. It's unbelievable how many dogs they are keeping. And so why is the Watcher not firing at me? Ah, God, get away. No, get away. Get. See? This is what happens with these fucking dogs. Wait, how do I get it back up? Yeah, well, scratch that. Well, that's definitely never happened before.
more Mongols. Go through them. Stop only to kill.
Jim. I mean, as you can see, those 3 dogs, you know, they just chain bit me off the bridge. Yeah, burn, you little suckers. And, not a lot I could do there. And that is why I hate them. I just really, really hate them. Anyway, continuing on. Hey, we did it.
There is Goro's boat.
I hate the dogs more than the Mongols, oh, for sure. There's absolutely no doubt about that in my mind. Anyway, Watcher aim practice.
The Mongol ships are in flames. Don't let up.
Just vaguely point at them and erase them from the map. Because apparently all of these are paper boats, or the Watcher is just that great a weapon. I mean, this weapon is probably medieval Michael Bay's wet dream. Like, it just makes everything explode wherever you point it.
Archers on the shore. Slow down, Goro.
Okay, that should be all over there, so the next boat will spawn over here. How did I miss all these shots? And then the last 2 boats will spawn somewhere here. I'll just generally fire in this direction. Because as soon as we get rid of these last 2 boats, this section will end. So we try and want to make that kind of quick play.
You made it, Goro.
And that's it. Goro escaped! Hooray!
We did it.
Actually got a message out to the Shogun. Now let's hope he actually does come with reinforcements. Alright, with all that out of the way, it is time to, you know, tie up a loose end here. Because our dear old friend Ryuzo has been spotted near Lord Shimura's camp. So, yeah. We want to go ahead and pay him a visit. Because we just miss our buddies so much. You know, he's an old friend. Gotta take care of your old friends.
Just for you.
Something like that, I suppose.
Reach your weapon like an Lord Sakai. Thanks to
Yuna may want to join me for this.
Yeah, I doubt she will, Dojin.
What are you leaving behind?
Because obviously she has other plans. So yeah, nobody wants to join Jin for this operation, so he will go at it alone. I wonder how that will go down. I mean, you know, the mission is called Reckoning in Blood. What if a bad thing could happen with a quest name like that? Like, seriously. I mean, you know, a name like Reckoning in Blood is basically just one step of the ladder down from rainbows and butterflies. Obviously. So anyway, we'll just take this quick ride over to Fort Koyasan. Be sure to not ride up this path, but actually go a little bit further than that to actually ride up this small one over here.
A nest of traitors.
And then let's have a look at this fort in the evening.
Mongols. As if straw hats aren't bad enough.
Lord Sakai!
And lo and behold, Taka joins us, serving as a distraction to the enemy forces. Because those are obviously way too many Mongols for us alone to take care of, right? We would never be able to kill all these Mongols alone. No, no, no.
I'll tell Lord Shimura you're here.
We would never be able to do that. We definitely need the distraction that he provides. We wouldn't just, you know, run into this whole fort of Mongols alone. No, we would never do that. We are a sensible person. Maybe we are not. Anyway, same deal. We are in combat. We get out of combat. We open the door. We are done. So yeah, we meet Ryuzo. Things don't quite go our way.
Wake up!
Taka.
So we are captured. So is Taka because he's an idiot.
I knew you were in trouble. I came to help, but the Mongols got me.
Also, enjoy this audio glitch, because since all the Mongols are technically still in this camp, the game doesn't know what to do with them. So enjoy, you know, Mongols yelling at us for the next few minutes or so, until we are out of here. Also use your imagination while Taka, you know, isn't the biggest thinker anymore. Nothing bad happened to him. It's all in your head. Well, not his head, yours. Obviously. I don't think anything is in his head anymore. Let's kill a few people. Oh, come on, dude. And of course I'll lose my fucking flame. Ah, god damn it, I always forget the last strike. Well, let's try that again. Yeah, those straw hats are actually not fooling around. They can be pretty tough enemies, if you're not prepared for them. Obviously I wasn't. because I just set my sword on fire way too late when this guy was already attacking me. Otherwise, this would have gone a little bit easier. Just like this. This is how it should have gone down the first time, but like I said, I set my sword on fire a little bit too late, allowing the destroyer to attack me, and then things just went bad.
Shuna, wait!
Taka! He wasn't supposed to be here. Why didn't he listen? No!
What do you mean the funny counter took a hit? I don't think that can happen. Funny counter should be through the roof. Everybody gets scared but this one dog who's still trying to attack us. And the other dog. And now they're attacking us in tandem. Bastards. Also, reinforcements! Well, maybe not. More reinforcements! Also not. Oh, come on, dudes. I'm running out of bombs. Just go away. Thank you. Awfully nice of you. Through the roof, but it's an upside down house. I mean, still going up then, right? 2 negative makes it positive. I'm okay with that. I am actually okay with that. What is up? I mean, you gotta ask your brain that, right? What is up? Yeah, well, the opposite of gravity, I suppose.
The samurai are here.
Who goes there?
I'm Lord.
I mean, it is, isn't it?
I'm happy to offer my
Well, basically the opposite of a gravity reactor.
only the best for you.
If that is more scientifically correct for you, it probably isn't, but I'm just standing by that statement now. Also, you might be wondering why I'm buying all this stuff. Well, first of all, notice this door. I just cut down this door. I'm gonna skip this cutscene.
Take care.
And boom, door's back. Like, how quickly are these Japanese carpenters working? It's phenomenal. Like, you know, if you're asking a carpenter, probably wherever you are, it will take them ages to replace a door like that. Not here, though.
Let's go, son. You're to be commended, lots.
Where was I before the door intermission? Oh yeah, I stocked up quite heavily on resources, or ammunition rather, and well, we now have everything that we need actually to go ahead and retake Castle Shimura. So there is a pretty big battle just about to happen here in this quest,
It's time we save this island.
and yeah, better come prepared for that.
Politics can wait until the Khan is dead.
Of course.
Don't want to bring a katana to an explosive
Your
fight.
nephew has arrived. Jin, up here.
Or at least just a katana.
Jin.
Is there a down if everything is up?
This is our moment.
Hey there, Ali. Welcome back. How was your... Well, I dare not call it sleep, but rest, I guess. We're just performing gratuitous manslaughter over here. Nothing to see. And that Mongol in front of the barrel I want to shoot.
This is for my brother.
So here you can clearly see that the Mongols are definitely afraid of fire.
Everyone to the gate! Push through!
Because every time I set one ablaze, like a couple of his friends just leave, because they've seen enough, obviously. They know what a barbecue is and they don't like it. I guess all the Mongols are vegetarians.
Forward! Show
You know,
the
they
Mongols we will
can't
not
stand the
stand
smell
back.
of burning flesh.
To higher ground!
I
Clear
guess.
the way ahead!
Also, look at these two dudes. Calmly closing that gate behind them while everybody's waiting to murder them immediately once they are finished.
Warriors, break through that gate!
Also, I think I just stabbed this guy on the crotch.
Charge them, or they'll pin us down!
Kill them all!
Alright, this is a little bit of an interesting section because you would think that you would have to kill all the Mongols here as well to progress, but you actually do not. You only have to reach the trigger for the next cutscene, so let's see if I can actually do that without getting shot down by these archers. Looking good so far. Alright, we did it. Awesome. That is so random if you get that or not. It's like a really big relief if you do it.
I'm coming with you.
Stay close. Hold your position. Hold Sakai. Take the Huasa.
Also, what is better than mounting a watcher once? Well, mounting a watcher twice, I would say. Well, let's go ahead and get one.
Straight to the top. The weapon is ours. Push forward.
Alright.
Aim at the
Watcher time. And now we just shoot a lot of Mongols. Thank God friendly fire wasn't invented yet, so we can just, you know, shoot at each and everybody comes in our way without having to worry about hitting our own troops. Because that would just be fucking ridiculous. I mean, imagine hitting your own people. Who does that?
More Mongols.
Kill them all!
That was a pretty good Metallica album, not gonna lie.
More Mongols on the path up to the bridge.
I see them.
And they are on fire! Big barbecue time!
There's nothing more we can do here.
Let's rejoin the others.
I don't know, I'm getting the feeling that this game just wants to tell us how great Mongolian barbecues are.
I can't make him understand. We'll die if we don't change.
You're the only reason we've made it this far. And every...
The Khan is losing ground.
More Mongols up there. Watch your back, motherfucker.
No mercy for the Mongols.
We're clear. Move forward. Reform. Push through. We must reach the bridge.
So a few well-placed explosive arrows will take care of all of the Mongols around here. And I totally missed that one. Oh, hey there, Monorio. How are you doing?
We're almost to the car. All that remains is to take the bridge, and then to keep beyond it. Warriors.
Okay. Ah! Where's the ladder? There it is.
Yuna, we need your bow.
Right behind.
What about Adachi Hibachi? Yeah, well, we skipped that. We didn't play the prologue, we skipped the Adachi Hibachi. Watcher to me sounds like a Randall slap. What? Also, is that emote really on Twitch? Are you kidding me?
Mongols are
I'm not safe from that monkey even here. God damn it.
Lord Sakai.
So anyway, we had a little bit of a falling out with our uncle here. You know, we are both wanted to go with different tactics. He just wants to bomb rush the enemies over and over until it works, whereas we are we have decided on a more stealthy approach to infiltrate the enemy lines and try to kill them from within. Tsushima, of course, wasn't very happy with that, with all of his honor samurai thing going on, so yeah, we're doing this alone now. Nice. So a little bit of a change here. We will actually now shoot this guy instead of having to wait for him to walk over, which is a little bit faster, obviously. This please. And then we will basically do the same to his comrade. And we'll just quickly go and get beaten by that dude. Well, that shouldn't have happened. Normally, the other guy would flee, but RNG is a harsh mistress and basically denied me the Terrify effect.
Better take out the gods quietly.
So I guess you will see me do this shit again. Like I said at the beginning, the Terrify effect is pure RNG. You have a 90% chance roundabout of having the guys running a rain terror. But you know, 90% chance means a 10% chance of failure, so... Well, now I know what that is like.
That was clear. Now look for a way to poison all of them.
That is the way that should have gotten the first time.
Light defenses, plenty of cover. A straw hat.
Look! It's our old friend.
They're preparing a feast.
Probably also here for the Mongolian barbecue that's about to happen.
Let his army drink the arag, then kill any survivors. Fortified defenses.
Well, not quite, but you get the idea.
Explosives. My uncle's leading us into a massacre. Now to reach the arag without raising alarm. Better take
Okay, then, just fall down the roof, I suppose.
Now to reach the arag with him. Better take the garden path.
That never happened before. I seem to be having quite a few of that never happened before this run. Like that. God damn it.
Now to reach their feast and poison their drinks.
Yeah, you've actually missed a few of those. I think there was actually the fourth one or so already. Also, a bit of an attack. Normally we would wait for all of these Mongols to go to the right position and stuff. But why do that when you can just smoke and poison? Don't you dare blow your fucking horn.
No.
Yeah, nobody's seen anything. Just go ahead, drink your Iraq. Everything will be fine. Nothing happened to you, people. Nothing. Absolutely nothing wrong with the Iraq. Except for the part where I put poison in it. But other than that, absolutely nothing wrong with it. Go ahead and celebrate and feast and do whatever you are supposed to do. Like, you know, scrub on the ground in agony for drawing your last breath and dying. Something like that. I don't know. Mongol parties are a mystery to me. Anyway, it's Ryuzo time for the second time. This time, however, we actually do have all of our results, so this will be a very quick affair.
You won't stop me, Ryuzo.
Hopefully.
choice. You broke your... I'll never forgive you. You left me no choice.
Ooh, that was close. Yeah, this headbutt rush that he's doing can actually hit you and can murder you if you are not careful. That is why I always like to take a step back to see what he's doing. But he kind of did a delayed, but we survived it. We went through it, so all's good. Anyway, that's the end of Act 2. We are now in the final act of the game.
What do you want?
Lord Shimura
So we have about
Shimura, a reward
45 minutes
for
of
helping
this
to
run
take
left to go through.
I'm watching the prisoner.
He's not going anywhere. Wait too long, and your friends will drink it.
But yeah, story-wise, our uncle, of course, finds out that we poisoned
Then you
the
deserve
whole
it, my
Mongol
lord.
army stationed there. He's not exactly happy with it, so he takes us prisoner and asks the Mongols. Yeah, of course. Shimura asked the Mongols what to do with us. No, of course, he asked the shogun. And we are about to be executed for our betrayal of the samurai code, basically. But we can't have that. We still have the Khan to kill. You know, that enigmatic figure at the head of the Mongol army that we have to get rid of to stop this Mongol invasion.
When are we going after the Mongols?
So let's see if you can actually sneak out of this fortress now.
Sora.
Hey, it's our horse!
Lord Sakai escaped!
Let's get our horse. It's invincible. It will help us escape, right? I mean, animals are invincible. Have you ever seen a horse die in a game? I haven't. Especially not this game. But yeah, spoilers, I guess. The horse dies. In the most gruesome way possible, I think. Your horse will be with you your entire journey. Nice little fake out there, guys. Patrick Gallagher is your funny uncle who roasts you a lot, but is actually secretly nice. I mean, as far as I can see, I am roasting his Goonies. He's not roasting me, so I'm okay with that. He sends me lots of yummy Mongols to burn.
Kenji said Yuna was at the sacred
And barbecue.
No weapons.
And
we'll have to stay hidden.
Maybe he does care for my well-being by giving me food.
A storm's coming. Better find Yuna soon.
When did this conversation start to be about cannibalism again? Also be mindful to not actually walk into the fire because it can and will kill you if you do. This fire isn't just here for show, guys. Believe me, I've tried it. It hurts. And it kills you.
Blood poured from his mouth. Smells like wolf's bane.
Also, funny little thing. Jin gets poisoned here by the poison that we have used against the Mongols. So we are basically vomiting up our own blood. Doesn't stop him from just rolling around like a champ, though.
They poisoned me. I can lose them in the storm.
Yeah, that's pretty awkward. I started everything. I mean, you can't just blame creating the whole universe on me now, can you?
Is that you?
Hemoptysis. Okay. I think that is something I know now. I probably butchered the word, but... Hey, learning! I guess this is an educational game after all. Yeah. learn about samurai and honor, the island of Tsushima, how to actually roast a Mongol, and now what it is called to actually vomit up blood. Yay for learning.
Better hideout. Climb up and look toward the mountain.
A hideout. Somewhere by the mountain. Jogoku's pagoda. Sheltered, defensible, and in striking distance of the Khan's stronghold.
There's only one problem. The Mongols have it.
We can fix that.
Let's get the horses. What happened to your mount?
When I escaped, the castle guards fired on us. They killed Sora.
I'm sorry. These will have to do, for now.
I wait for you to actually get mounted before we start riding here. Otherwise, bad things might happen.
Are those people from Qin?
I don't know. The Mongols
What is this
burned
camera?
a lot of towns.
If we'd only pursued their army instead of fighting each other.
Why did you surrender to your uncle?
If I didn't give myself up.
Also, it
everyone who
absolutely
followed
does
me
not
would have
matter what
attacked
you
the
select
samurai.
during any of these
Lord Shimura.
dialogue prompts.
It
You
would have been a
can
massacre.
really just do
like
whatever
the
you
Khan
want.
wanted.
Your uncle played right.
Because they timed out these rights to
By the
match,
Mongols, by me,
but to
by
give
his duty to the
enough
shogun.
time for these conversations to happen.
We can only win this war if
The
we
only
stand
time this
together.
actually does matter is during the prologue, when Lord Shimura asks you something in the tutorial fight. However, since again this is a New Game Plus run, we totally skipped the prologue, so none of the other choices that we do here actually
We
matters.
kill the Khan and drive the Mongols out. Is there a chance your uncle will forgive you?
When I was young, Lord Shimura became my father, my sensei, my entire world. I never wanted to disappoint him. I have to hope we can heal this wound. Whatever happens, his forgiveness won't change who I am.
He thinks I corrupted you.
I made my own choices. Even knowing what they've cost me, I'd make them again. Even if the Shogun brands me as a traitor. We're close to Jogoku Temple.
There's a fishing camp on the lake. We could scout the temple grounds from it.
Leave the horses here. We'll go in on foot.
Well, let's go then.
The woods here are thick. Good cover.
For us and the Mongols.
The safest approach to the temple might be over open ground.
Or frozen lake.
You don't actually have to survey this, you can just straight go for the fishing village here.
Let's go.
Didn't get the chain assassination prompt. Sadness, they weren't close enough. That was interesting. Okay, that worked out.
They were working us to death.
You're free now.
That's everyone here.
Yeah, it's actually faster to just watch this little cutscene there instead of skipping it
Rush in.
because of the loading times.
They left explosives on the ice. We can use that against them. Archers watching the lake.
They'll see us coming. Pick us off.
Let's bring them to us.
How?
Fire the signal cannon. Lure them onto the ice. Then divide and conquer.
Yes, let's do that.
I'll draw them out. That will get their attention. Better get back to you now.
So, time for Lizran's rendition of Mongols on Ice.
Let's take them.
With all of these Mongols, they just come onto the ice here, where they conveniently placed all these explosive belts. Why? I don't know. Does it work? Well, for us.
We got the bastards.
Let's get to the pagoda.
I was just gonna say, was there anything left alive? No. You need to take care of it.
We need to plan our attack carefully.
Yeah, it's awfully nice of them. No, they are very considerate Mongols. Also, we will not go along the frozen waterfall. We'll just waltz right into this Mongolian camp here to rescue the prisoners. That was awfully quick.
It's over.
I think this was the best that this fight has ever gone. I mean, look how long we have to wait for Yuna to get into position to be able to talk to her. She barely made it into the temple.
No more.
That's awesome.
Jin, over here.
Lord Sakai!
We could use the old road.
Yeah, blah blah blah. So why I'm not calling for my horse? So let's have another shopping trip here.
See what I can make for you, my lord.
Because, you know, it's been a while since we did one.
I can do a lot with this. Only the best for you.
Oh, we want to stock up on everything that we can.
Worthy of a samurai.
Okay.
Come back if you need.
And now we will make our way over to Takeshi's castle in order to recruit him and his hunter friends. Let's hope this patrol isn't here. It is. I hate this patrol so much because there is no way to circumvent this. You would have to go so much out of your way in order to not get seen by them. It's actually ridiculous. Also, what are these trees? And why is there a bear? And what even is happening? Anyway, I switched now over to the Mongol commander's armor because Mongols are less likely to, well, see you as a threat now. And I will just leave that on for a little bit now. Because there could be other patrols here. Makes it even more less likely for them to see me.
Destroy the siege weapon.
But yeah, it is always really unfortunate if that patrol spawns because, you know, you have to take the menu to put on this armor and then you have to menu again to switch back to the ghost armor. But it's still better than trying to ride through this particular patrol and getting shot off your horse or whatever. Because that will lose you even more time. I'd rather take the menu time loss than trying to circumvent the patrol. And here we go, Takeshi's castle! Well, not exactly, but, you know, the first few let us check out. Right? Right?
You're welcome at our campfire, my lord.
What about a castle fire, though?
Takeshi.
Huh? Huh?
This won't be like hunting wild boar. Come over here and you'll see. Mongol archers guard the gate.
Alright, what's the quickest way up a mountain? Well, jumping, of course. I'll be mindful you actually have to time your circle presses to do the roll at the end before you land. Because if you don't, you will die by doing these jumps. So, you know. You gotta be on your game here.
Here, you wait.
So, now that we have the help of these hunters from Takeshi's castle, we will now do a pincer attack against Fort... Oh god, what's it called again? I always forget the name of this one particular fort here. Anyway, it's the one over there in the distance with the black smoke rising out of it. Because this is actually blocking our other allies in the south from coming and helping us. You know, Yuna, Lady Masako, Sensei Ishikawa, and the Yarikawa people. So, well, let's do something about those Mongols inside there. Oh hell yeah, every time I go to Takeshi's camp, I immediately get reminded of Takeshi's castle. I just cannot help it. Fun fact, I have actually seen an episode where they have won. And I will probably never ever forget that moment in my life.
Time to head for the woodcutter camp.
Because I think it only happened 3 or 4 times during the whole run of that show. It was phenomenal.
Sakai, up here. We made the climb, but it took hours. We sit up here much longer. The Mongols are sure to see us.
Back away from the edge. I'll be right up.
Did you see that? Short Yuna's
Kamino Dake it's called. Right. Well, the fort here in the game. That we are about to attack.
We'll have a good view of the courtyard.
and plenty of targets.
The bulk of our force should go there.
You men with me. Everyone else get to the ridge.
Alright, let's see how this works.
Understood. Good luck.
This can go either very good or horribly wrong. So either, you know, it will be a good run, or it will at least be entertaining for you guys. Didn't get the bomb throw the way I wanted to. But, oh well. Okay, which Mongol is hiding? Well, they're not exactly hiding, but... Could you guys please kill that guy? Oh well. I've had way worse fights than this. So I guess I'll take it.
What sort of animals would...
Yeah, there's so many forts in this game, and they all kind of sound alike. I don't understand why this group of Mongols sometimes respawns. It's so annoying. Oh, there's one. Oh, this is all messed up now. Have we defeated all of them so I can continue? Yeah, this sometimes can just go so wrong when this one group of Mongols respawns, even though you've actually killed it during the previous skirmish. It's like, I don't even know why that happens. Because it's a wrong spawn thing, or block, whatever. Anyway, let's continue barbecuing more Mongols. Because obviously we're still not done with that. There's still Mongols around that need barbecuing.
Reinforcements on the way!
So once Jin calls for reinforcements, you can just go ahead and run to the next section. You don't actually have to kill any of these Mongols.
There they are. They brought some friends from Jericho.
Just be careful of these archers shooting at your back.
Keep fighting!
They'll see me.
have waited for us to open the gate.
It was Masako's idea.
I mean, of course it was Masako's idea. Huh? Who did I miss? Ah, here. And here. Oh, that has been redeemed.
That was close.
The fort is ours, my lord.
Is everyone all right?
Alright, now that we are reunited with all of our allies, it's time to, you know, think of a plan how we are going to deal with this Khan problem, as that dude is still at large and about. And we very much want to kill him. Yes, we very much would like to do that. Let's come up with a plan.
Sakai.
A plan. A plan.
It's good to have some extra hands around here.
Good game.
What better way to do that than to climb a lighthouse to have a nice vantage point over Port Izumi, where he is holed up.
Why would the Khan come up here?
We'll sail for our mainland.
Once again, this is one of the game's stealth mission.
This is our last chance.
So, I guess you probably know what's gonna come up, right?
To make my poison.
Because this game actually expects you to go around this ridge, you know, all stealthy-like, not get detected.
I took a risk.
But, what if we just, roll?
We have to stop the Khan before it comes to that.
Yeah. Nobody sees that.
We need to kill him.
Just gonna keep rolling, you know, like that Limp Bizkit
Get
song.
in the front, but we could climb around the cliff.
Sneak in back. Lead the way.
And I guess knowing that song says more about my age than I'm willing to admit. But it's a thing. And if you don't know that song, well, you know, you probably know what YouTube is, so go ahead and listen to it.
Port Izumi from the top of the lighthouse.
And then you too will be in the know.
Look at the waves.
I mean, probably everybody's age around here, no?
Over here.
Let's find our plan of attack. The harbor master.
So fun fact about this survey point, you have to look at everything but the middle survey point. So only the two to the left and the two to the right.
They're scared of something on its way.
The storm, preparing to fly inland for shelter.
So you can skip the next one here.
The Mongols left that area empty.
Let's go to these.
Too open. Can't defend it.
But a good place for an ambush.
And we are done.
Sight line to the Mongol fleet.
Imagine what we could do to their ships if we had our own watchers.
And that is actually the end of this quest. This is the the shortest quest in the whole game. Like if you time it out, it takes about 3 minutes, something like that. It's very short. And you know, we've had one stealth quest, so why not have another? Now that we basically have a plan on how to attack the Khan, and more importantly, when, once more, we need allies. I know we have our allies, but what about more allies? So Jin has this terrible or terrific idea of writing something to his uncle. You know, try to make him see reason that they can still fight together against the invaders.
There. Let's hope my uncle reads it.
So, let's see how that plays out.
I'm not letting you leave without a good horse.
Allow me to strengthen your armor, my
Can't replace what you lost. Give one of these a chance.
Horse. Give me horse.
Easy there. It's all right. I'm a friend.
What will you name this one?
Noble, trusty companion.
Good choice. How will you get
Now we just
inside
wait
John
around.
Nichols' castle?
I grew up there.
Until they have finished talking,
I still
before we can
remember
get
every
on.
hidden path through those old walls. Even as a boy, Lord Shimura couldn't keep up with me.
Just like that. And then we go down here. And you know, we've infiltrated Castle Shimura once already. We have also exfiltrated Castle Shimura once already. So how about we infiltrate it again? Woo! But this time it's not crawling with Mongols, it's crawling with samurai that we are not allowed to kill. Because reasons. So let's do it. So a little bit of a new tech coming up, which is the, well, I don't know, water skip. And that was not the water skip. And I kind of botched it because I hit that rock. Phenomenal. Not only did I lose a smoke bomb, but I also didn't hit what I wanted to hit. Anyway, what you can actually do is, as long as you are in shallow water where Jin can still stand, you can activate the Dance of Wrath if we have at least enough resolve for one Dance of Wrath. And what will happen then, if you are at the right angle, is that Jin will actually preserve the momentum from the Dance of Wrath going forward into his swimming animation, which makes you just go, well, zooming along the waters, across the water surface. You know, which makes this short swimming section a little bit faster than it already is. But I kinda botched it, so let's have another try at this. Well, you monster then, Allie.
I could use my grappling hook under the bridge.
And I botched it again because I was already in the water when I started the Dance of Wrath. Awesome! And this is basically also the only two opportunities that we get to show that off. And I basically botched both of them, so way to go. Oh well. It happens, and this happens too, I guess. Ah! Such a time loss. Not getting the fast grapple there. Oh, the higher grapple, I should say. Anyhow, we are at this point again. This time, however, we do not have to kill the enemies inside this tower, so we can just jump on this rock and climb this rooftop and go around to the back. Because, again, we are not allowed to kill anyone around here. So let's not do that. Fun fact, you're not allowed to kill any of these samurai. However, they actually don't mind you coming in here, apparently. As getting seen by these people does not actually fail you the mission. So we will just quickly come in here, you know, leave the message that we want to leave, and that's that. Mission accomplished. Flawless victory. We are out of here. Flawless stealth, exactly. We are the best ninja murai in the business. The best. No doubts about it.
Okay.
What took you so long?
Good horse.
So we are basically more or less getting ready for the last quest in the
I
game.
have goods of all kinds.
So let's stock up on everything that explodes once more.
I'm sorry.
And
I need more for that.
yeah, no. It's fine, dude. It's fine. You don't need more. Definitely do not need more. Let's grab a few things. And now we get a little bit of a breather here while we wait for Yuna to make her circuit around the camp. And yeah, we are getting to close to the end of the game, boys and girls. So this is the quest where we'll finally have our showdown against Kodum Khan, the head of the Mongol forces. And obviously that's the end of the game, right? Killing the big bad, liberating the island. What else could possibly happen? Where's Yuna? No, she's over there. Come on, lady, hurry it up. All right. Let's do this. Skipping a bunch of cutscenes here.
This is it. We have one chance.
Jin.
Oop. And then, it's quite a few fights back to back here.
The Mongols are coming. We'll cut down anyone who gets through.
So what we will do is we'll go to the right here. Chop up this little slope. Wait for them to kill these riders. And then we'll look over to the left, and all of these Mongols will now spawn more or less around this explosive barrel. Which is just awesome for us. Because obviously, explosive barrels make short work of rounds.
Push them back.
And then we will kind of repeat this for the next few instances as well. And then just clean up with a flaming sword. What isn't already dead. Like there's a Mongol commander here. And that's that. Nice and easy. A little bit, you know. What's the word? Unlucky about the Mongol commander surviving with basically one hit to his death, but oh well. Sometimes that's just it. Yeah. Sometimes people need reminders of that. That we're actually here to kill all the Mongols.
Look over the camp.
Alright, now while our friends will take care of the rest of the Mongols, it is now our duty to go and make our way over to the head honcho of the Mongols. So let's not dilly-dally around.
Watchtower is perfect. You can see the whole camp from there.
And make that a reality, I guess. Smoke bomb for safety here, so the archer doesn't actually shoot me down the ladder. Because yes, that has happened, and yes, it is painful.
Just have to reach the manor house.
Switching armors real quick. And then, for safety reasons, we will just roll all the way over to the, what's it called? Harbor Master's Estate? Something like that. And these guys see you way too late. And hey, who's that? I have no idea. Never seen that dude in my life. Well, he's actually the leader of the Mongol forces. Believe it or not. It's the first time you actually see him in the speedrun. It's kind of hilarious.
You will never leave Tsushima. You're weak.
And yeah, big bad, not so bad anymore. But we're not quite done yet. As Khotun just escaped, and now we have to basically follow him to his boat. And I do want to kill these people to regain a little bit of resolve. Because we will need it. And now we actually have the last fight against Khotun Khan here. On his boat. It's not a duel this time. It's basically a free-fall. Or a one versus all. Because we are on a bit of cleanup duty on this boat here. Okay, I've never had that happen before. Him dragging the bomb into the cutscene. That's pretty funny. Okay. Oh, come on, dude. Who allowed you to attack me in ghost stance? Well, that has never happened before.
Kill the ghost!
And that's the fight against Khotun. Well, few bombs, few kunai, bit of ghost dance. Just gotta find the right rhythm into the fight. And it's not so bad once you get into it. Just don't try and fight him normally, because he will probably wreck your shit. Like, if you do this casually, that fight can be quite hard and challenging, don't get me wrong there.
When they're gone, what happens then?
We start new lives.
Yeah, sorry about that, but
I'm not even sure who I am.
as it turns out, we still have a little bit of more unfinished business to do, because for some reason the game hasn't ended yet, which is really mind-boggling. I mean, we killed the big bad, right? What more could there be? Any loose ends that we have to tie up? Anything? Anything at all? Like, what could it be? Well, I guess we'll find out. But yeah, as it turns out, there's actually one more main quest that we have to do. As you can see on screen right now, it is the Tale of Lord Shimura. And I fast traveled to the wrong location. Awesome. I went to the bamboo strike instead of the village. Oh well. The bamboo strike is in the village, so it's not a big deal. Would normally start here, but you know, it's probably 5 seconds or so. Oh dear me. But yeah, Tale of Lord Shimura is actually the last quest of the game. So, I guess let's see what that is all about.
I'll wait for him on the dock.
And there he is. Now we will have a stern talking to, because the dude is still not happy with all of our actions. I mean, it's not like we saved the island or something, but you know, we still poisoned people, we murdered them, all that kind of stuff. And Duncan will not be happy about that.
Yes.
Because he basically tells us that the Shogun has disbanded our clan. So all of our land and holdings and whatnot will now go over to, well, the new samurai coming over from the mainland. And Jin is not a samurai anymore. So that's sad. So we will now go over and say goodbye to our home.
Yes. I suppose I can.
And that it's time, Alan. That is time.
Here. Let us help you.
Do not trouble yourselves, my lord. Nonsense.
Right, just a little bit of
Can't do it alone.
walkie-talkie at the end here. It's a good ending.
Too kind. Thank you, my lord.
I don't have an army.
Every day, more people flock to your cause. The Shogun is concerned. I am concerned.
You have nothing to fear.
When the new clans arrive, will people bow to their samurai? Or betray them in the name of the ghost?
I won't let them do that. They'll listen to me.
You openly defied me, Jin. My most trusted warrior. You taught our people to disobey their leaders. What makes you think your followers will obey you? That's enough riding. Walk with me, Jin.
As you wish.
Alright, let's get down to the grave of our father.
Cemetery.
Guess nothing bad will ever happen there, right?
7 generations of Sakai, including your mother.
And my father.
We must pay our respects.
Yeah, just a happy little family reunion at the graveyard. But nope. Uncle basically tells us he has been sent by the Shogun to bring him the ghost's head. And, well, that's us. So, yeah, this is a little bit awkward. As we very much do like our head, and we do want to keep it, so, yeah, sorry, Uncle, but you can't have that particular head. So, if you want it, well, I guess you guys know what's coming up, right?
Destiny divides our souls.
So, yeah, we have one more fight to get through, and then it actually is time, so do get ready of that, because we have about 1 minute left or so. Everything goes according to plan. So, let's see about this very last duel against our uncle. It actually is probably the hardest duel in the game, actually. Aside from Khotun Khan.
Let me go in peace.
Also the most emotional, for sure. And since I don't have enough resolve to just dance of wrath his ass until tomorrow comes, we actually do have to fight this normally.
will never heal.
Just
Killing
for a
me will
while.
only make them worse. I don't want to hurt you.
I don't want to miss that, but okay.
You want revenge.
Okay, and that should be good.
This is not my revenge. This is not my revenge.
Oh, it is.
This is not
Oh, it may not be yours, but maybe it's mine. And time will come up shortly. And time. Alright.
I have no honor.
That's the run, everyone. That is the end of Ghost of Tsushima. If I'm seeing this correctly, this was a 3:25:10, so that is a little bit more than 2 minutes slower than my world record in this category. So yeah, it's pretty good.
I know.
I mean, you know, there definitely were a few mistakes. I had to reload a few checkpoints. I think I was about 2 to 3 minutes behind my PB at the end of Act 1, so if I hadn't had that pickup before the reuser duel, this might have actually been a world record run. But, well, you know, things happened. And, yeah. That's it, well, for this run, folks. But if you've checked the schedule, you will know that we are actually not done with Ghost of Tsushima just yet. Because, there's more to come in, well, a couple of minutes, I suppose. Once we've had our setup session here, and I will just go ahead and skip this because of once I can't skip it because of DMCR strikes and whatnot.